tweet it out.
Welcome to Recap UFC 282 live discussion where me and Johnny K are going to go over every fight on the card and give our quick predictions and stuff. Unfortunately, my Wi-Fi is not strong enough to share the face-offs, but I did watch majority of them. I'm going to still try to play them on the side, but we're gonna discuss every fight regardless, starting at the bottom of the card and going right on through to the main event. It'll be good. Johnny K, I caught your show with Cody on Wednesday on the it was on his channel, Blood Money, right? Blood Money MMA
the funniest thing though, like we were talking about you like right before the show, like, man, we haven't seen Ranj lately. Like, what's he doing? Yeah, and this and that. And then you show up, we're like, oh, there he is.
You know, I did. There was the break week. And then last week, Dave last minute was supposed to be on, but he's like, oh, I got to work late, and I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a paper. I went 9-5. I think. How'd you do last week?
I went 10-4 last week, and I think I won a little bit under 1 unit, like 0.8 units. So Kevin Holland really messed me up.
Yeah, and, me too.
JohnnyK also messed me up as well. Those two guys really did in for me. Otherwise, I probably would have been up like 3 or 4 units, but it is what it is. I don't know what JohnnyK was doing in that fight. He was too busy dancing in the first round and showboating a little bit, and then he thought he was doing really good, and he thought he might have won, and yeah.
Actually, gambling-wise, I didn't do that. I didn't go into the red. I did get positive, but Tapology, I didn't like Tapology. You can't like after it starts, you can't change your bets. But yeah. I bet Michael Johnson, but he on Tapology I picked DKC. Things like that happens, but the Kyle Dawkins, that shit killed me too. I had him on a bunch in like 3 parlays. That killed me. And luckily, like you said, Kevin Holland, that one also hurt me. But the rest of them, it was kind of expected. Like Angela Hill, the Ducati, I didn't have that. I had it in 1 parlay, so whatever. Yeah. And I did pick Ducati, and that Clay Guida Scott's Holtzman. That also, I didn't have. I picked Holtzman, but I didn't have it in a lot of bets.
Yeah.
So, simple man. Welcome. I'm gonna do like you. You're very active with the chat. I'm trying to be better.
Yeah, it's always fun. People, I mean, we like always hearing what everyone says, and then we'll just go off that. We'll feed off it, and just have a little discussion about some stuff. What people say, even about feet. So if people want to talk, I don't know if you're ever in there when people are talking about feet. Right.
Yeah. And don't you like have a side hand modeling thing or something going on?
Yeah, only hands. It's my OnlyFans hands.
yeah, only hands.
They'll be coming in here soon.
This will be good. Dave, unfortunately, cannot join tonight. He's got to work like 3 hours late. So if he does come on, it won't be for a bit because he's on that British Columbia time, which is 3 hours right now. Over there, it's like 5:30 in Canada, British Columbia. Okay, but all right, let's start getting into this. We got what's the curtain jerker? We got new guys, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Cameron Saimon and Stephen Kozlow. Did you do any research on these guys?
Yeah, a little bit of research here. As much as I could find from the Kozlow. He's mainly just a grappler. He's got really good submissions, and most of his wins, I think all of his wins actually, are in the first round by submission. So he's coming in on a very, very, very short notice. I think like 4 days or 5 days short notice. And I just think he has about 1 round of cardio in him probably. And if he doesn't get that finished like he's been getting, I think he's going to be pretty much SOL if you want to say. But Cameron's pretty solid all around. He's got good striking.
By the way, he's real spotty. So just I might fall off. I'll be back. And Johnny said,
if anybody, I will carry the show. But if anyone did not hear what Ranj said, he said his Wi-Fi is spotty. So, but with Cameron, he's solid. He has good striking, good grappling as well. So I don't think he's going to be submitted in the first round, but if he can drag this fight in the second round, I think he's going to be able to get that finish, but probably by knockout. But that's my pick
There,
is Cameron
right.
by knockout.
Me too. There's a lot of hype on this Cameron kid. He's
Hmm.
training with Duplessis right now because he's out of South Africa. One of the I'm sure he's probably one of those like you know Dutch ancestry where they used to cut off the arms of people that bad stuff with the Dutch down in South Africa. But whatever,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. This is new age now. It's new
Hmm.
times. But Cameron, this kid he was the underdog in his contender series fight, and he came out
Yep.
as the victor over some Asian guy. I forgot, but I guess he impressed. He
Yep.
impressed. They're both undefeated. I think from what I've heard, Cameron is definitely the better striker, but the Kozlov guy's got some sneaky wrestling, which might it might come into play here. I don't. I wouldn't put money on this fight on Tapology. I'm picking the favorite just because I don't know much about either one of these guys.
Hmm.
But I would go with the favorite, and I do know the favorite is training with Dricus Duplessis, who I'm
Yeah.
kind of high on. So might as well
Yeah.
go
The
that
money.
way if you're gonna take the pick.
Yeah. Like the money line for Cameron though is almost unbettable. It's like over 300, like minus 330, 350,
Oh,
somewhere
really?
around
I
there.
got written down
Yeah.
minus 275.
Yeah. It jumped
But
up a
that
lot lately. I like the under 2.5. Like I said, I just think if Kozlo can't get that first round submission, I think Cameron will finish him in the second, and he potentially can finish him in the first round. So I just don't see this fight going to the third. I just with super short notice for Kozlo, I think it's going to be tough for him to win that fight. And the guys that he's fought, I mean, both these guys haven't really fought the greatest of
I'll
competition,
pull
but
it up right now.
um, I think yeah, Kozlo, he's fought his best
He's
fighter
out
that he
that
fought
South
with,
African regional scene, right? Yeah,
yeah, for
EFC.
Cameron. Oh, I'm
That's not
sorry.
that impressive of a scene. And look at these
No.
names that he's fight. They seem kind of made up almost. That's what Jake from We Want Picks. That's what he sees. Like these
Mhm.
guys. It seems like for real. Rovan De Beer, just like they're such
That's a
corn
pretty
blonde,
German Dutch name.
right? Right. But
You could say the
I'm
same
just
thing with
going with the
Kozlo
bookies,
too.
right? Yeah, this Kozlov kid, where's he train out of? Do you know
Ko
anything like that?
Let's see. I'm just looking at Tapology. 10th Planet in Jacksonville.
Oh, that's good. 10th Planet's good.
Yeah, but I mean, he's fighting guys like his best win that he got was 4 and 4 guy. He's fought one
Right.
and one, 6-8, 2-7, 0-0, and 0-2. So
Yeah,
both these guys aren't fighting the greatest competition, but I would say Cameron's last fight against in the Dana White Contender Series, like that guy was pretty decent. He had really good striking. He just gassed out. I think he was trying too hard in the first and second round, and Cameron got that third round finish. So at least that showed a
right.
little bit of like durability and cardio and good
Yes,
striking. He's got
against
the
Josh
power.
Wayne Kim. Josh
Yeah.
Wayne Kim. And he was the underdog, I heard.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm staying away in a betting standpoint, but Tapology, of course, I'm gonna pick the favorite
Yeah.
because I
Same
don't really
here.
know about any of these.
Yeah. Same here for me. I just got
Um,
the under 2.5 in a parlay.
so moving on, the next scheduled fight has been canceled, right? Daniel De Silva,
Yeah.
Lucerda, and Vinicius Salvador. What happened there? Why was that? What happened?
Well, I think
I
supposedly,
worked all day, so I don't know.
yeah, De Silva, he weighed in at like 129, and I think the UFC didn't allow him, or medical issues, or something like that, or a botched weight cut, whatever you want to say. It's something along those lines where they just scrapped it. So I don't know if maybe the other guy didn't want to do it or what. So
Is he the
either
only
way,
guy that missed weight today that you know
yep,
of?
yeah, he was the only
Yeah,
one.
I heard that same thing. I didn't get to watch the weigh-ins. Like I said, work was a bitch today. But
What's up, Papa Chuck?
yeah, these are my boys right here. I don't get a lot of them, but I get the quality. I get quality in my chat.
Right.
Quality subscribers. All right, so let's just move past that to Eric Silva versus Downtown TJ Brown. Now, this is an interesting one because this guy, Eric Silva, he's unproven. He's out, contender series guy, right? This
Yep.
is Eric King Silva out of Venezuela. He is a Lux champion. Lux is the Mexican regional scene. I do know that. I did
Mhm.
actually. I did. This was in my capital comparison pick show. I already know you picked Silva by submission first round,
Yep.
and I'm assuming you did that because he does have in his last five, four of his wins come from rear naked choke round one. Then his most recent win was Contender Series where he got ground and pound round one.
Yeah.
But thing is, they're against people that I've never heard of, in the Mexican regional scene where TJ Brown, he does have some losses, but he's got a couple good wins. He's beat Charles Rosa, Kai Kamaka, which debatably he could have lost that one. And the losses, he had his UFC debut, Jordan Griffin got him in a guillotine. Then he lost to Danny Chavez. And most recently, he lost to Shailan Nurdembieke. Isn't that the guy who just beat Derek Minner on the Glory
Beat.
gambling
Yes.
conspiracy shit, right?
Yeah. Yep.
The James Krause is now banned from UFC, or I don't even, right? I don't know all the details,
Yeah, I don't
but
know if he's like officially banned. I think he's going to like a court
and
or
his whole gym is
something.
banned. Like everybody,
Yeah, like he lost his
all the
license to
Glory fighters had
coach.
to find new
Yeah.
places, right?
Hmm.
And TJ Brown was a Glory guy, but now he's training with Bryce Mitchell, who's on this card, at Westside MMA in Little Rock, Arkansas. So I don't really know if TJ Brown, and this is the Instagram showed him training. I want to say it was like 3 weeks ago. So like this was prior to the Glory fiasco. So I think he's been at Westside MMA for a bit with Bryce Mitchell. So I'd imagine TJ Brown has like he's got good wrestling. He doesn't apply it a lot, but I'm hoping now that he's with Bryce Mitchell, I'm hoping he does, and he's an underdog here. I think it's like slight, like minus 105 to minus
Yeah, it's either
115.
like minus 110, 110, or like a
Oh
slight
yeah,
either
I
way.
think it was a pick on the last thing. But the thing is, this Eric Silva, he's going against nobody I know. I didn't check their cans or not on Tapology, but
Yeah, some of them, I
they're
mean,
unproven.
yeah, obviously some of them are going to be cans, but he's fought some decent guys in the Lux. Like you said, I don't know these guys. I'm just going off their records, but he's fought a guy that was like 6-2, 8-3, 12, 5-1, 18-6. So I wouldn't say they're complete cans. I mean, they are on that regional scene, so I don't know them, but if they're winning like, more than 5, 6, 7 wins with not a lot of losses on their record, I think they're pretty okay. But I just think Silva's grappling is going to be too much for Brown, even with his wrestling. And I don't know if Brown's going to want to take this fight to the mat because I think that's just going to go right into Silva's world. And I think Brown needs to keep this fight on the feet to even have a chance. Silva's striking is kind of a bit unknown, I would say. I don't think it's as far along as his grappling, if you want to say. But man, if he gets this fight to the mat, which I do think he can, because Brown's takedown defense is not good. He doesn't have the greatest fight IQ, especially on the mat. If you watched the last fight against Nurdembieke, he kept getting reversed and he had good position and he kept getting reversed and he kept getting reversed and swept. And I'm like, if this is going to happen again in this fight, Silva's going to either get that ground and pounder or a submission. And that's why I'm going here. I can't trust Brown's fight IQ. He hasn't really shown it to me in any of the fights that I watched him do. I mean, I know he won a couple of them, but maybe the
Did you
other
watch
fighter was just
the ceremonial weigh-ins or face-offs like an hour ago? Did you watch
no.
those
I
by
I
chance?
didn't. I just watched
I
the actual weigh-ins.
I kind of skimmed them. I wish I could share my screen, but like I said, my Wi-Fi is not strong enough right now because the whole family's rocking it. But Eric Silva, to me, he is the older guy, but he looked it. He looked like the older dude during the face-off. I'm like that. He's 35 and he looks all of 40 for real. TJ Brown just looked more physical. I don't know the measurements like the
I
height
think they're
and reach
about
advantages.
yeah. I want to say
Where
they're
I
about the
imagine,
same.
yeah, they are. TJ Brown's actually got a 2.5 inch reach advantage. They're both five foot
Okay, both
nine.
5'9".
I'm just gonna go with the experience here, and
Hmm.
if it's TJ, I'm going with TJ Brown. I don't like his fight IQ, but I think he might be able to welcome this guy into the UFC with a loss. I'm not confident at all, but I'm gonna go with TJ Brown. You're taking Eric Silva, and
Yeah, I'm gonna go Silva.
I did do a Capper comparison picks. The only person that picked TJ Brown on the Capper comparison pick show was your boy Cody.
Cody.
There it is.
Yep.
There's you, Johnny Case, submission first round.
Yep.
But the thing is, I know he's got those 4 rear naked chokes round 1, and most recently a ground and pound round 1. So he does finish fights, but I think TJ Brown is hopefully he's going to be smart enough to prepare for.
Well, that's the question of the fight. Is he smart enough to win this fight? He just needs to make one mistake, I think, here, and I think he's going to get finished.
I think if he survives round 1, he's going to win a decision. That's my take.
Yeah, he'll have a better chance
like
if he
said,
survives.
He's been on Instagram proven he's been training. His training partner's been Bryce Mitchell, who is definitely wrestling heavy. You know what I mean? Bryce Mitchell trains with the Arkansas NCAA wrestling team.
Yeah.
By the way. So I think the wrestling will be there for TJ Brown, and I think he can just tuck his fucking chin. You tuck your chin, you can't choke a chin. You can't choke a chin. You have to get in the neck. That's how you defend the rear naked choke. Tuck your chin, get your arm in there. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with TJ Brown.
Is TJ Brown gonna do that though? Is he smart enough to do that in the right circumstance?
I sure hope so. Hopefully
that's my whole thing here.
Hopefully he'll fight him like he did against Boston Strong Charles Rosa, because that's probably his best victory. Looking at his last 5, that Kai Kamaka beat him. He got a robbery there.
Yeah,
for real. And I picked TJ Brown, but for real, I was nervous, and I thought Kai Kamaka won that shit too.
And another thing that I'll point out too is he got submitted by Jordan Griffin, and Jordan Griffin in the UFC does not have any other wins except that win. So that's not saying a lot there.
Yeah, I know.
Jordan, submission by Jordan Griffin. I'm just going to throw that out.
Is he related to Forrest Griffin, you think?
Mate? No.
No?
Not even close. If you look at the picture, you'll be like, oh, no.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, they could be like brothers from another mother.
You never know, man. You never know. Oh, who's thicker? Who's girthier? You know what?
I think Silva is a little bit.
He is a little bit girthier, but like I said, he also shown a lot of age. There's your boy Cody.
There he is.
He just got to the casino. He said he's got to remake a bet because he had something.
Yeah.
At Salvador and Lucero or the Silva bet.
Yep. I did the same thing. I cashed out one of my bets because that was one of my parlay legs, and I didn't want to put the money on just one leg.
Are you a casino guy too, or do you do online?
No, I do it online. So I just cashed it out and I made a new bet.
I've been rocking this week. I'm rocking the Caesars online. MGM Grand.
Okay.
Yeah, I usually do the bet online. I like just their setup. It's so easy, but Caesars. That's my bankroll is bigger there, so
I use DraftKings mainly. I do use the Caesars one as well, but I've been mainly using DraftKings as of late.
Got kind of the odds are always less. For example, Jets versus Bills. I know you're not the football thing, whatever, but
I like football.
Jets versus Bills. The Jets on DraftKings is plus 360, right? I'm a Jets fan, and on Caesars plus 400. So where would I make my bet? Why would I go with, I'm going to go with the bigger value.
Yeah. What I noticed too is a lot of the books, they follow DraftKings. So if DraftKings sets a line, they'll follow that. And then wherever DraftKings goes, eventually the books will follow DraftKings. But what I do is like, I wait for the third line movement so I can get the better on DraftKings.
Right. Also, Caesars has they have these promotions, but they're kind of like misguided because they're like they'll take like 3 people and they'll say for UFC they'll be like I forget last week they had like 3 people all to win with a boosted value, like a big plus money, but one of those guys is always a loser, like definitely not. It's kind of like a trap, like hey, take this. They're dangling the big plus money, but chances are you won't get that shit.
Yep. No, I see that all the time too on Caesars.
Yeah,
I'm like, there's always like one or two, like you said. I'm like, man, I like that, but I don't like that person.
right.
I'm like,
Or
dang it.
and in like football, they do like the Giants to win and Saquon Barkley to go over 100 yards. But I'm like, I think the Giants might win, but I don't think Barkley's going to break 100. It's just like they always got the one little the
Yeah.
also bet. You know, so it's crazy. Um, yeah, I know, dude. I told my Wi-Fi shot a little bit. Nora, my son Brandon, and my wife are all hogging it right now, and I'm not plugged in direct. But anyway, so all right. So you're taking Silva. I'm gonna
Yep.
go. I gotta write this shit down because we're gonna make a 3-leg parlay with our common consensus bets. I'm taking TJ
I'm
Brown.
down. Yeah, let me know and then I'll do it as well.
Okay, now we're moving up the card. Oh, this is a good one. Billy Q and Alexander Great Ape Hernandez. Man, Hernandez, he's got the ability to do it, but he doesn't seal the deal. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
He's win loss win loss win loss in his last 5, which Billy Q loss win win. So he 3-2 in his last 5. Hernandez is 2-3 in his last 5. So no, Billy Q's 3-2. I'm sorry. Alexander Great. He used to be Alexander the Great, but then he
He did, yeah.
realized he's not so great. So he changed it. He changed it to Great Ape, whatever. But this is an interesting fight because Alexander Hernandez is cutting weight. First time going down to featherweight.
Hmm.
He did make weight though. I didn't.
He did.
I didn't
He
get
didn't look that bad either. Like he wasn't like super. I mean, he looked skinnier than normal, obviously, but he didn't look like he was struggling or something on the scale. Like everybody looked good on the scale except De Silva. Like you knew you could tell like he knew he wasn't going to make weight, and then everyone else looked good. Like so, I had no issues with anybody on the scales today except De Silva.
felt better. He's like a beer connoisseur. He hates it when you don't drink fancy.
Listen,
I
triple
hear you,
hops
bro.
brewed.
I'm on tonight. I'm on the
There you go.
Heine's. I'm on the Heine Tall Boys. But I am a Miller Lite guy usually.
I love Miller Lite.
Um,
I mean, it's easy drink, and I mean,
it
I
is
love
easy
other beers
drinking.
too.
It's
I
like
love
sipping
IPAs and
water.
everything too.
Um, Hernandez is the biggest Chad in the UFC. Good quote, Papa Chuck.
Yeah.
And you know what? I did do the Capra comparison pick, and he was the only one that was full Capra consensus against Hernandez. Everybody took Billy Q.
Yep.
Everybody.
There's just a lot of red
You,
flags.
Cody, both the Fight Night Pick brothers, MMA Guru, and Bleed. So yeah, I got to go Billy Q. You know what? His
Hmm.
motor just he don't stop. He's got good forward pressure. Alexander Hernandez, I've seen him gas a little bit toward the
Yep.
after round 2. You can see it. He starts breathing heavy,
Even after
mouth
round one.
breathing shit. And plus, if he's cutting down from lightweight to featherweight, you got to think he's that's got to take some sort of have an
Yep.
effect on that. Where Billy Q, he walks around probably like 148. So what's he got to lose 3 pounds? And the thing is, Billy Q, like best buds with Matt Frivola. They've been, and it shows on Instagram. They've been putting it in, training with each other.
Yep.
Steamroller Frivola, who's lately he's been looking pretty good. Alexander Hernandez, Factory X, doesn't on Instagram. It from I forget. I don't think it showed him in workout videos or anything like that. But I didn't really dive deep into it. But
Hmm.
looking at his last fight, he lost to Renato Moicano. He beat Mike Breeden, who's not good.
Mm-mm.
Thiago Moises lost to him. He beat
Hmm.
Chris Grutzmacher.
It's yep.
Not that great, you know. And
Nope.
then he lost to jawline Drew Dober, best
Hmm.
jawline in the whole UFC for real. Got
Yep.
the you know Billy Q. Now he lost most recently Shane Burgos, who is New Jersey. He's awesome. New Jersey's
Yep.
own Shane
Tough
Burgos
guy.
beat Gabriel Mowgli Bonitez. That's a pretty good win right there. He
Hmm.
beat him by punches and from back control in round 3. That's a that's a dominant win right there. He lost to Gavin Tucker. Gavin Tucker's decent. He beat Kyle Nelson and he beat Spike Carlisle, who is low key. I know he's in Bellator and shit, but
Hmm.
still, Spike Carlisle, he's a name that you know. You know, he's
Yeah.
like he's better than Mike Breeden and Chris Grutzmacher for sure. So just by recency bias, I gotta go with Billy Q here. I didn't write down the lines, but actually I did
Yeah,
in a
like Billy
minute.
Q's like minus 170 range. And then
Yeah, I see that.
Alexander maybe like plus 150 or so.
Yeah, I'm all about Billy Q here. What about you?
Yeah, I'm all about Billy Q here too. I just parlayed him with that leg that I needed to make that other bet. That was my new bet. And I was looking for like a parlay to add Billy Q to, and I just didn't have one. And then I just replaced it with Billy Q. I like him a lot here. He has way more like high volume, he's way more volume. Um he has good grappling. He doesn't have the greatest of wrestling for takedowns, but um Hernandez, I mean, I think all he has is really just a first round or bust shot, like of a knockout. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything much than that. Like you said, he's going down a weight class. I think the cardio is going to play a factor here, and I don't know if his power is going to translate down to a weight class. And the speed, he used to be kind of fast in the lightweight, but he might not be faster anymore. He might be maybe just as fast at most. And Billy Q's pretty good. The only thing
Yeah, I
I
really
can
got to
say
see
like a
how he looked on the scale. But did he look sucked out or anything? Did he look like?
I mean, he
Did he
still
go
looked a
right
little
for the water bottle?
I
Did
didn't
you
see
watch the
him do
weigh-ins?
that. Yeah, I didn't see him do that. He just walked off stage. He didn't have a water bottle with him or anything, but
Because the
um
guys that go directly to the water bottle, you know, they sucked weight right before they stepped on the scale. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
I mean, he looked
So,
skinnier than normal. So I mean, maybe people think that he looked sucked out more than usual, but that's just because I've never seen him under
but look what my
155.
boy 2 cents says here. KO prop on Hernandez was stupid. Took a flyer at plus
Yep.
550. Billy
That's
is
the
a
way I think
jobber,
he
and you know
wins.
what? Billy kind of is. I mean, I think he gets a little bit of extra like a hype because he's attractive. He's a good looking dude. You know what I mean? For real. And I think that plays into the hype on Billy Q because I've seen, look at his last
Yeah.
was
The
who
one
was
little
who's
red
who
flag for me for Billy Q, I will say, is he is a little hittable at times. So he is live. I mean, Hernandez is live for maybe a potential knockout early if he gets hit right. But I think as the fight goes on, I think it just favors Billy Q.
Yeah, I'm going there as well. I'm not confident though, but he's
Yeah. I
definitely my
mean,
pick.
if I had to give a confidence rating, I would give it probably like a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. I think he
Really.
should. I think he should win this fight like 7 out of 10 times. Personally, there's just so much red flags and unknowns that I know from Hernandez side. Now that he's moving down a weight class, like I know what I'm gonna get from Billy Q. I just don't know what I'm gonna get from Hernandez. And normally, even when he was at lightweight, you didn't know what you were gonna get anyways, because sometimes he looks good, and then once he goes up just a tiny bit of step up a class, like a little bit of a fighter, he loses. So then he goes back down again, he dominates, comes back up, and he loses pretty bad. So I just don't know what I'm going to get with him either.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from it. But my on Tapology, my pick would be Billy Q. Probably what by decision. But Alexander Hernandez, it's just he hasn't beat anybody really good in his last five. He beat Chris Grutzmacher and Mike
Yeah,
Breeden. They're just,
I mean, his
you
best
know,
win definitely by far is going to be Dariush, but that was a while ago.
MPTV. If I disagree with Ranj, if I had to pick one of them, make out with like, oh, so you're thinking Alexander Gray Ape is a little bit more handsome. Oh, all right. Well, I'm done being gay, but that's fine. That's I Billy Q. I think he's a good looking dude. Anyway, next we have
Love it.
Chris Curtis and Jaqueen Numansa, Joaquin Buckley, which of course he had that super the highlight of the decade
Mhm.
with the was a like a spinning back kick from a
Yep.
caught. It was awesome. It was awesome. I got to give him that. But Chris Curtis, man, he's slick and he came in. He had such a long resume before he broke to the UFC. Then he came to UFC just knocking out people like who's the boy, Brandon
Brennan
Allen.
Allen.
You
Who else
know,
did he
took
do?
care of him. Took care of like
Phil
man,
Hawes.
I don't have the Tapology up, but Chris Curtis has been proven that he's not just a chump. This is a close fight, and Joaquin Buckley is, I think, too much of a favorite. I'm kind of torn here. I don't on Tapology. I did pick Buckley, but I really could easily flip to Chris Curtis. I don't know what to do here, man, because
Yeah.
Chris Curtis has that. He's got the sharp boxing. He does land his shots. Man, that's why like Dave, they would bring up stats.
Hmm.
I'm not fading you or anything. I'm just saying
You're
they will
fading
come
me.
up with no, no, I'm not. I'm serious
I'm
now.
joking.
I
I'm joking.
appreciate that you came on the show. I definitely needed a co-host. But Chris Curtis, I think, has better striking stats than Jaqueen Buckley. But Buckley's, I think he's got a little bit more well-rounded game. Like if it does happen to go to the ground, I would give the edge to Jaqueen Buckley. But I think the stand-up Chris Curtis might be a little bit sharper. I would assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's your take on here?
Yeah. See, my pick here, and I was kind of going back and forth. I was trying to like, look at every angle that I could, but I just kept going back to Curtis. And I'm not like super confident or anything like that, but I do think he wins this one. It would be a close fight. Like you said, I think he's gonna have the better striking. I think he's gonna have the better
Let's do a
boxing.
Chudezno. You know what a Chudezno is? Did you ever hear of Vlad, the Bulgarian cowboy? Vlad.
Yeah.
He's got the
I
yeah. He does this
I
thing
know of
called
him, yeah.
he does this show. I haven't seen it in a while, but he does a live show. It's called the Trudesno, where he takes one fighter against another and asks to chat like 5 categories. Who's got better striking, wrestling, submissions, cardio, and will to win?
Okay.
Those are the aspects. And he does the Chudesno, and from the chat vote, that's how he comes up. Like if he's on the fence with a fight,
Hmm.
he uses the Chudesno. It's in Bulgarian. It means like a better pick or some shit,
Okay.
something weird like that. Anyway, but so would you say like who would have the better cardio here? Joaquin Buckley or Chris Curtis? Now Joaquin Buckley, muscle bound. You know he's got
Hmm.
thick muscles. That shit cogs your cardio because it takes the oxygen out of
Yeah.
your blood cells for real.
I would
That's just a
give
known fact, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I
I would
think
give
Chris
the
Curtis might be a slight bit
Yep.
older, right?
Yeah, but I think he has the slight edge in cardio, the slight edge. Now,
Who's
I'm not
that?
saying
Curtis?
Curtis. Yeah, I'm not saying like both guys are like cardio fiends and they're going to push a pace like all 3 rounds and do that. But I think Curtis
Curtis is
paces.
35. Joaquin
Yeah, but
Buckley's
he
28.
but here's the thing. Here's the difference is Curtis paces himself and Buckley has a tendency to not. And he likes to go a little crazy sometimes early and then he pays for it in the end in the third round. That one fight of his I just think at the top of my head it was a what's it? I don't remember that guy's name.
The
It's
most
like
recent fight,
I'll
Nassourdine
no, the other one before that, a couple
the
let me look.
lost Alessio Di Chirico where he got
Abdul
knocked out.
Raz Abdul Razak
Oh, Razak
Alazan.
Al
So
Hassan.
he was doing really, really, really good the first 2 rounds. He was trying to go for wrestling, get those takedowns. He was getting in those takedowns. He was doing good. And then the third round hit, he survived. Like he had to survive that whole round because he had nothing left. Now in the Imavov fight, Imavov did the same thing that Buckley did in that fight. Imavov was going all out in the first 2 rounds. It seemed like something was like maybe Buckley said something mean to him or like something degrading or like he wanted to prove a point that Buckley was not going to win this fight. But in the third round, Imavov had to survive and then Buckley started doing good. So it just depends. Like I just seen Curtis pace himself. He's really good at doing that. He's got really good boxing encounters. He's got good power. I think he is the better striker. I'll bring up some stats for you right here. Chris Curtis's
Oh, there you go.
striking accuracy. Chris Curtis 58%. Striking accuracy for Buckley is 32%. So
What are the strikes landed like?
strikes
You got
landed. Chris
per
Curtis,
what is it per minute or per
yeah, per
round? What is it
minute.
per minute?
Per minute. Yeah. So Chris Curtis has 6 strikes, and Buckley is 3.6.
Wow.
So
What
almost
about
double.
strikes like received? That should
Absorbed.
be on there too.
Yeah, so absorbed, I mean,
Absorbed, yeah.
yeah, they're both in the I mean, pretty close to being negative. So it's for Curtis, it's 6.39. Buckley is 3.42. So pretty much
Still,
they're
Curtis much more volume.
yeah, but he's very durable, and Buckley's been knocked out a few times too. So I mean, out of all of Curtis's fights, he's only been knocked out once in his career. And I think
You're
that was
right.
to Ray Cooper, I believe.
I know it was before he entered UFC, definitely before
Yeah, let
UFC.
me find out if I'm pretty sure it was Ray Cooper, but I could be wrong. Let me get back in there. It was the
Both powerful
PFL.
strikers with iffy chins. Yeah, I think I might go with the dog here, man. Might
I
have to
think
switch.
I was waiting for a good line. It's at plus 145 right now, which I do think it's a good line to do. But I think it might get a little bit higher. I'm just waiting and waiting. I might throw a unit on it. I think it's worth a shot here. This is the one of the underdogs that I feel pretty confident that he could win this one. Yeah, it was Ray Cooper. He lost to him in the second round in PFL. So, I mean, he's a power striker, like you said. So, but yeah, I just like Curtis here. He's going to be tough to be taken down if Buckley wants to go for wrestling.
Right,
And
he does have good takedown defense, right? Chris
yep.
Curtis?
So I
Yeah.
just think the first round, maybe Buckley might win the first round, but then I think the second and third round hits, I think Curtis can run away with it. I think this fight does go to decision though, and I know the over is 1.5, and it's like minus 160 or 70 or somewhere around there. So if you want to do the overshot, I do think this goes to distance though.
Hmm. Yeah, I would say I think they're both durable enough to go 3 round, 15 minutes. Look at Ice Vikings got some money on tonight's board. I think
There you go.
Sabatello's going to win though. I like that kid from.
Yeah,
I
that's gonna
think
be a close
he's like
fight.
American Top Team Sabatello.
I would do the dog in that fight, which I do think it's Sabatello. That's gonna be a close fight no matter
Is it?
what.
I don't know. I don't Bellator. I did win a big Bellator card when all the Russians all lost, and I was going against. I was taking like the has-beens from UFC. I remember I won like $700 on that. For real,
Dang.
it was like all the Russians lost that night, and it was a fantastic night for me. But Bellator is just it's it's fucking tricky. I don't know.
It's
They got
wild.
and the odds are always fucking off the charts with that shit.
Yeah,
Um. Okay, Aaron Wright. I think Action Man will outwork him.
I think so
Yeah,
too.
I'm gonna go with Chris Curtis as well too. I think Chudesno, like it's better striking. I think better cardio. Will to win, I think might be a little bit better.
More
The
I
only
think he's
thing
more durable as well.
Buckley, he doesn't like he's not a wrestler, right? He doesn't wrestle at
I
all,
mean,
does he?
he
He doesn't.
can wrestle,
Does he
but
have submission victories? I don't think so.
I don't think so. If he does, I mean, they're gonna be early in
No,
his
I think his
career.
victories are mostly like decision or stoppage, like yeah, knockouts and shit,
Let me
TKOs.
see.
Yeah, not
Yeah, I
confident, but
don't.
I'm gonna go Curtis as well.
Yeah.
All right, let's move up the card. This one, Dolce Lungiambula, Edmund Shabazian. Edmund Shabazian came on the scene. He was hyped because he was
Hmm.
like used to be training under Ronda Rousey, right? That's when
Yep.
he came into the scene and shit. But then it like it fluttered right out. But now he has since changed gyms. He is not with the Ronda Rousey camp. He's now with Extreme Couture, I heard. So I think that's a very good move.
Yep.
But this dude Dalcha Lungwi and Bula, he's got that one punch power, and Edmund Shabazian has been one punch hit before too. I gotta pull up the Tapology on this, but and the line is outrageous. I think it should be much closer because right now Shabazian, I don't know right now, but written down I have minus 275, and I imagine that's probably still holding
Yeah.
true.
It's about that, maybe like
And he's coming
290,
off
300.
three losses. Derek
You
Brunson,
know,
TKO
you
ground
know,
and pound. Jack Hermanson unanimous decision, and the Russian sniper Nasruddin Imavov TKO elbows from crucifix. I know Lungiambula is not going to be doing that. He's coming off 3 losses too. Mark
Yep.
Andre, Cody Brundage, and Punahele Soriano.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is what are you going to do here, man? I'm definitely not putting money on Shabazian by suppose
Yeah. See, for me,
Tapology.
yeah,
Go
for
ahead.
me, I mean, I wouldn't touch the money line whatsoever. I think it's crazy. It's hard to trust any of these guys, even at dog prices. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
And where's
I do like Edmund to win this one. I think he's going to have the way better striking for sure. Maybe
oh
not
dude,
more
I just
power, but
he's 10 years younger too.
yeah, and that's a
That's
thing too.
that plays a big part. And he's got good height advantage. 5'8" for Lungiambula, 6'2" for Shabazian. That's a
Yep.
he's definitely winning the tail of the tape on the
But I think the reach is weird too.
Dalton's
But
got 2 inches of reach on him.
yeah,
How's that? How's he
isn't
how's he like
that crazy?
6 inches shorter, but he's got 2 inches longer reach. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Let's see.
but
Just my Edmund KO Dalcha not UFC level. I kind of agree with that.
yeah.
He's
I
one
mean,
in 4 in his last 5.
and here's another guy that just doesn't really have great fight IQ. I mean, look at that fight against Cody Brundage. He was actually doing really good. And then he shot for a takedown and got wrapped up in a guillotine when he didn't need to do that at all. He just needed to keep it on the feet. So why would you shoot for a takedown if you're winning the standing war and you're outstriking him and look like Cody Brundage didn't even want to be in there? And then all of a sudden you gave him a gift win. So again, fight IQ, I can't trust Dalcha. I can trust Edmund because I do think he's the better striker. And this, I don't think this fight's going to go to the mat, which that's Edmund's kryptonite that we've seen in his last 3 losses. So maybe he worked on that in his off
Right.
time. You know, he hasn't, fought in about a year. So I just
Yeah.
can't see a way
I
Dalcha
remember
wins unless it's one punch.
Edmund's a spark plug in the round 1, but then he kind of his cardio's not that good. But
Hmm.
I think Dalcha is about the same because he's one of those muscle bound guys. If it gets past round 1, they're both going to be mouth breathing,
Yeah.
swinging stupid
And
like
I think,
overhands, and I don't know.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with Shabazian, but once again, he's not making my parlays just because
no.
he's unreliable. He's coming off three straight losses, so that's
Yeah, if you want to
crazy.
bet this fight, I think the under is where it's at. I think it's set at 1.5. I think you can actually get plus money at under 1.5. That's a good angle. Or if you want to throw a parlay piece in there, like under 2.5, I do have the under 2.5 in a parlay. I think it's like minus 190. It's not even that bad. So I think this fight's not going to get into the third round. Let's put it that way. I just don't think it's going to go that far.
That's
One of
what
them's getting
Brandon B
knocked
saying.
out.
Edmund, but
Yep.
round 1 or 2 round TKO. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that, but I don't like the line at minus whatever he is,
No, I
300 or
wouldn't
whatever,
touch the
minus
money line on
275.
any of these guys. It's just not worth doing the money line. I know one of these guys is going to make something stupid mistake and get finished.
Right. All right, let's move up the card to we got the young blood, Raul Rosas Jr. What is he? 17, I heard. Taking
Just
on
turned
Jay
18, I
Perrin.
believe.
What's that?
They
He
just
just
turned
turned 18?
18.
Good for him. This dude, I guess he's a Mexican wrestler and he's pretty dang good at it. Jay Perrin, he's like a kind of like a testing. He's like a tester. He tests out the young blood. Jay
Yep.
Perrin was he 10-6. He's not all that. He's middling at best. I think they're feeding Jay Perrin to this kid. They want
Yeah,
to build up Raul Rosas.
for
But
sure.
what's the odds? He's like minus 245 or something.
Yep.
Yeah, undefeated. But this is his UFC debut. Jay Perrin he's 2-3 in his last 5. I want to see who he's beat. He's beat Diego Silva, that was not in the UFC, and Josh Smith, not in the UFC. When he came to UFC, he lost to Mario Batista and he lost to uh Yarchi Lang. But I don't know. Jay Perrin's never impressed me ever. So I got to go with the young blood here, the 18-year-old kid.
Yep.
Might as well. El Nino Problema. I like that. He's got a goofy looking face though. I don't, but still, whatever. I heard, that's not only me. I heard that through a bunch of chat, like a bunch of
Oh yeah.
cappers saying
I
that
saw a
shit
lot of
too.
memes of his face and stuff.
Right,
Lot
right.
of memes, a lot of memes. Especially the one I can remember off the top of my head is he kind of looks like Verna Jandaroba. So
Oh, that's
they like
awesome. That's
they
a good
like put
one.
his face on her body.
Oh, that's
So
great. I wish I saw that shit. I wish I saw that. That's awesome. Measurables, he's got 2 inches of height, and he Jay Perrin's got 2 inches of reach. That's weird, but
that's weird
yeah,
again. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the favorite here again, and the young kid, the young boy. I think they're building him up. I think they're feeding Jay Perrin to him as a kind of like a give me fight, like a you should be able to beat this dude.
Yeah.
I don't like that he's 18. I don't think
Yeah.
any fighter should be 18 and coming into the
Yep.
UFC. We're gonna bring in another guest. All right, buddy. All right,
Oh,
John.
here we go. Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, there he
Hey,
is. Look at
What
out
up,
on
boy?
the
what's up, Dev?
Hey,
streets. In the streets. There you go, buddy. What, you walking the streets of
I'm here,
Missouri?
motherfuckers.
When you in St. Louis or something?
No, he's in Vegas.
Are you in Vegas?
Sin City.
Are you going to the event tomorrow?
You know I am. I'm gonna sit on the floor.
Oh, awesome. There you go. There
Are you
go.
at the Stratosphere?
Yeah, I'm staying there.
Nice.
Oh,
It
good
is
for
nice.
you. Good. I'm very jealous. That's good for you, man. That's
Who
great.
do you got here?
Dev,
Who do you got? Roas Jr. or do you got Perrin?
Rojas Jr. is a lock.
There you go.
lock
got
it
the
in.
lock.
Lock it in.
Lock him in. I'm about to throw him in my lock parlay here in a second.
There we go.
How many fighter parlay you got? You got three fight parlay?
I'm thinking about doing 5 or 6 with like $100
man.
on it.
Okay. Name
I'll
a
keep it
few
at
of the
3,
other ones
Dev.
you got.
Well, I don't want to give them all away, but
Just a couple. We already know Roas Jr.
Why not?
yeah,
The bookies versus us. It don't matter. You're gonna give your secrets away.
yeah.
All
All
hey,
right.
everybody, subscribe to Dev the Dude 1 and Sell the Red for real.
Yes.
They put their
Follow 'em on
picks out 2 weeks before the event.
Yep. Twitter and Instagram as well.
Yes.
Yeah, MMA
MMA
Jesus
Jesus.
316, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I saw you dissing Bryce Mitchell on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a new rap video called Darkensaw, and Dev commented, why don't you just stick to fight, and you're barely good at that. I died.
Hey, man. The dude
Damn,
should
that's
not be
fucking great.
rapping.
I love that shit.
That's hilarious, dude.
I think Taporia's
great.
going to knock him out in round 1. Taporia, round 1.
I like it. I like it.
I don't
I
like
don't know.
Bryce.
I'm on the fence right there. I'm on the fence.
I like both guys though. Like they're both. I mean, Ilya's a really good fighter, and Bryce is Bryce. But oh man, they're both fun though.
Yeah. Be right next to Ariel here soon.
But yeah, that's the thing with Roas Jr. Like he's 18 years old. He's going to be fighting on a pay-per-view in front of a whole bunch of people. The first time he's done this, it's a little bit of a red flag for me. So that's why I didn't want to touch the money line. But I do think he does win. I'm just going to stay away from this fight. I just want to see him fight Perrin. I do think he'll beat Perrin. I'm not impressed with Perrin at all either. He hasn't really even fought or won against anybody in the UFC, the Bellator, or even on the Dana White Contender Series. All of his wins have come from regional scene people.
He's all wins are in regional garbage.
So it's like
scenes too.
I mean, I'm not. Who knows what Roas is going to look like today? He could look like a regional scene fighter, tomorrow. But I gotta get. He has very good grappling. Got to back.
I know he's going to look like Verna Jandaroba.
That's
look
true.
Like Jandaroba.
That's very true.
Brother and sister.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's great.
Where are you at? Where are you
just...
on your way, Dev? Where are you going?
I'm headed
on the
to
strip.
the strip.
Vegas Strip.
Headed to the strip, y'all.
Oh, okay. Where are you going though on the strip though?
Well, I'll probably go to MGM and bet my parlay for tomorrow.
Okay.
I just put $50 on Rafion Stotts,
Okay.
Magomed, and Juliana Vasquez tonight.
For
There you go.
Bellator,
In a
right?
parlay.
Yeah, parlay $50 plays 150, 3 times my money. I'll take it.
There you go.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Yeah.
I didn't put a dime into it. But I don't know. I think Stotts is not going to win. I like what's a Sabatello or whatever. I like that guy.
Yeah, I think he's a good dog to back. But I think it's gonna be a close fight, but I could see it go either way.
Ranj, do you mind if I smoke?
So B, how much are tickets? How much were tickets to that thing, to the event?
Bro, a fan gave me 2 floor seats
For
Get
free?
out.
for free.
Wow.
Why?
$1,000 because I'm making him money. I made him money last week.
Wow.
Oh, so like one of your channel subscribers. That's awesome.
He's been helping
Hell
me out.
yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Can I smoke?
Give him my name
is
and
good.
then maybe I can get some tickets too.
For real. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I
Awesome.
booked it all last night.
Yeah,
I said, fuck it, I'm going.
Yeah, I would go too.
absolutely. Might as well. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? I would have went too. I'm across the country, but shit, free tickets for $1,000 a ticket event.
There you go.
There you go. Already pre-rolled. There you go.
Right in the Altoids can.
No.
Love.
Careful in Vegas with those though. They'd rather see you with a hooker than with that.
I think they'll be okay in Vegas.
Bro, it's legal. It's legal here.
Is it now?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah,
now?
Yeah, it's
people
legal.
smoking everywhere.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of
Okay,
dispensaries
good.
like on the strip. You'll be fine.
Oh, all right. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
finally a done deal over there. All right. There you go. Spark it. Let's
I think we're all on Roas Jr., I believe.
move up the card.
Yeah.
You wanna?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's taking the young boy.
I wouldn't. I mean, I think he wins. I think he's just a little too risky to put in a parlay. That's just for my own blood, but I think he does win this fight, though.
I actually think it's kind of a buy low spot for him.
Think so?
Yeah, I think he's
minus,
that good.
Was he minus 230 or something, right?
I just wish he was like minus 170 range. I would be more willing to put him in a parlay then.
That's where he should be.
That's just me. Like I
Okay.
said. I could be wrong. I'm not a a cap. Well, the line setter. Let's put it that way.
All right, are we still talking about Perrin and Rosa?
We're moving
Yeah, if you
on.
want
We're
to.
moving to.
Oh, we're gonna move on.
to the
We're gonna
main
move on.
card, the curtain jerker, the main card, which is your boy Ilya Tupuria taking on Bryce Mitchell.
We skipped
Both
one.
of them.
We skipped one. We skipped one.
Oh, okay. Jairzinho Rosenstruck.
Yeah, there we go.
That one?
Yeah, let's do that
And
one.
Chris Dawkins. It got moved on the Tapology.
Yeah, it's still on the prelims, but we just skipped it.
You're right. I missed it. I skipped it. Okay, let's do it. Jairzinho Rosenstruck, Chris Dawkins. Man, the Dawkins brothers have been falling hard. Sent Kyle last week, right?
So many knockouts.
Rosenstruck is like he's got that touch. He's got the one punch touch. He can, and I've seen a Chris Dawkins crumble right in half from who was it against Derek Lewis, right? He crumbled. Yep. He fell in half. And I think the same thing could happen if Rosenstruck lands overhand right or something. I think he would crumble. That's just me. I mean, he could, like, if he does survive, he could win a decision. But I'm gonna go with Rosenstruck here. Just I think he's gonna probably win by TKO. To be straight up. I got to fade Chris Dawkins as of lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, I mean, I just don't see how Dawkins wins. I think his best path to victory for Dawkins is to just be boring as possible and stay on the outside and just maybe try to win that way because he's gonna get knocked out if he gets too close.
He does have a black belt in BJJ. If he
ain't gonna use it.
That's the thing.
Like he has to show it. He has to show me he's going to use it. He ain't going to use it.
I know. That's the thing.
I mean, he's going to be quicker. He's going to be quicker with his strikes. He's always a smaller guy, so he's going to be a little bit faster. But man, he is going to get knocked out eventually. I don't know if it's going to be in the first round, second round, or third round.
He should diet trim down to 205 for real. He could.
He could.
He's got the flab that if he just puts it in, he could for real.
Yep.
Dev, what do you think?
Yeah, I think Jairzinho's the lock here. I'm going to put him in my parlay. I think
I love it.
Let's go.
Yeah, he's definitely. I think he's a parlay piece too. And what's he, minus 170 or something?
Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I would play the knockout because I don't see him winning a decision. He's going to knock out Daukaus.
Oh, yeah.
So you can get a little bit better odds, like minus 120 range. And that's even good for just a money line bet. That's one bet that I'm really looking at and I'm really thinking about doing before the fights. I just haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I think I'm going to probably end up doing it. But we'll see. We'll see. I might like something else. Yeah, I just don't see a path to victory for Daukaus unless he drags this out into a decision and barely wins a split decision. And I still don't even see that happening.
I hate to say it because he's been at that Martinez BJJ forever since he was, before when he was still a cop and stuff. But I was looking at his Instagram and I seen his training partners, and they're all like him. They're kind of like middle-aged, out-of-shape dad bod type guys.
That's what I was gonna say. He's like the teacher there. Like he teaches the public.
Yeah, he's got to. I hate to say it, but
which is awesome.
He wants to progress. He's got to change. He's got to go to a legit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he quit that shit for fighting. He should have kept that job, right? For real. After he quit, he hasn't won. He hasn't won since he quit his police officer job. He hasn't won a fight since then, for real. Who else was a police officer in Houston? I know
Trevin Giles.
Yes, Officer Giles. Okay. Officer Trevin Giles. He also quit.
And then obviously, Stipe was a firefighter, or still is. I don't know if he is.
I think that's a volunteer thing. It's probably when the siren goes off, he might hop in his truck and drive down there. I don't know, but anyway. Yeah, Rosenstruck, I'm pretty confident we'll get a knockout here. If it does go decision, you gotta think Daukaus will probably have the more volume. But I just don't see him lasting because like right here, Derek Lewis loss is not aging well. And when I saw him get folded by that Derek, and he said in the interviews, like, my face is gonna get messed up. I'm not gonna look the same after this fight. And Rosenstruck on Instagram keeps playing that like on a loop. He's like, my face is gonna get messed up, and I'm like, he's already going into the fight thinking he's gonna get messed up. So why pick him? Why
exactly?
So Jairzinho Rosenstruck, I think you're right, Dev. Lock it in. Lock it.
Yep.
Let's go.
Ooh, Papa Chuck is taking Jay Perrin. Will embarrass the teenager.
Yeah, I mean, it's a possibility.
Right,
it
totally is.
It is because maybe Roas Jr. like he just adrenaline dumps in the first round and he's got nothing left in the second and third. Like it could happen.
Right. I didn't even look into his past fights. Like, where's he out of? What was his regional scene? Mexican? Is it Lux or Combate or something?
That I don't know.
I'm gonna see right now.
I mean, he wasn't really.
I don't know what UWC is.
College.
He's another one that just kind of like the guy fighting TJ Brown. They're not proven. You know what I mean?
I mean, his best win was on a Dana White Contender Series against Mando Gutierrez. He was 7-0 or 7-1, so that was a pretty decent win. But he's fighting 0-2, 2-0. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Can Crusher.
I mean, he's 18 years old too, or 17 at that time, maybe, or even 16 too. So,
man, Papa Chuck might have me switching to Jay Perrin.
But here's another thing to look at though too. Like if you're very young and you're very, very good at grappling, you can win early on. You don't have to worry too much. Like this is a fight that I do think that Roas can use his grappling and win this fight. And he doesn't have to worry too much about the striking and knockout power and wrestling. because
That's why I
get
think they matched him up with Jay
yeah,
Perrin.
exactly.
Jay
So they're
Perrin,
setting him up a little bit here. I'm not saying this is a lock though. I think there is a chance, a slight chance, but like I said, I think the money line's a little too rich for my blood, and I'm just gonna watch and see how he does, and then we'll go from there after that.
Agreed. All right, let's get to the fight of the night. Bryce Mitchell, Ilya
Oh,
Topuria. We
fight
already
of
know
the
what
night, indeed.
Dev's locking in Topuria, and I saw on other capper chats that I've seen, everybody is locking in Topuria, which I don't really. Bryce Mitchell's undefeated as well, and he's got that Arkansas farmer strength. He's a farmer, fisherman, hunter.
Did
Fighter,
you forget about the Georgian warrior
rapper.
strength?
Yeah, I know, but you know what? That's his roots, but he's been training in Spain, so it's not like he's been training out of Georgia like
Well, there's really not that too
Roma
many great
Delidze.
places.
He's been training in Spain at the Clemente ever since he was 10 years old.
Mhm.
If you look at Tapology, they have a little bio. He was born in Germany, from Georgian parents. They moved to Spain when he was 10. He started doing that school since that Clemente club since wicked early. He's got a brother, Alexander, that also trains out of there. But Bryce Mitchell, man, he's been training with TJ Brown and the Arkansas NCAA D1 wrestling team. But I don't know. I'm on the fence, man. I know Dev is all about Ilya Topuria, but I think there's a shot that at plus money, I'm going to take a stab at the country boy.
No, I don't blame anybody
He's a flat earther too, he's a conspiracy guy. Dev,
Hey,
are you
I
a flat
mean-
earther? Are you flat earther, Dev?
Hell
You seem
no.
like you'd be the type. Hell no.
Hillbilly. Not a hillbilly, Range.
But
yeah,
yeah,
I know you're from Missouri. What do you think of that glory thing? The whole James Krause fucking betting against his own fighter, Derek Minner, because he knew about an injury before the fight. Huh? How about that?
James Krause is innocent.
And TJ Brown and Bryce Mitchell did have affiliations with Glory, but now they're both at something like West Side MMA or some shit. Yeah, West Side MMA out of Little Rock, Arkansas. The new rap song is called Darkensaw, and it shows him in a field doing some ground and pound. Kind of reminds me of Bulgarian Cowboy. He does training videos too. Vlad does uphill running ground and pound. He wanted to fight who's the John Morgan, the fat guy from MMA Junkie.
Yeah, John.
What's his name? Yeah.
That'd be
My
good.
buddy Vlad wanted to fight him, and he's doing all these videos training.
Vlad has good content. Bryce Mitchell, I don't know.
It's entertaining. He's got a thick accent though. A lot of people don't like his accent. Really thick accent, but he's been from the original. When I first started out, my first guest ever was Vlad. Awesome.
Oh, yeah?
But anyway, Bryce Mitchell, dude, he's low key. He might surprise people. Ilya Topuria walks around with an entourage. Bryce Mitchell walks around in his dirty work boots and his farmer jeans and shit by himself. He don't have the entourage. It's kind of like it's different lifestyles, and I kind of like the hard working, fighting, fishing, farming.
I got for you round
beer hearts and shit, rapping, being the white rapper, making records and selling merch and shit. I kind of like that, but like you said, you ought to just stick with fighting. You're barely good at that. I love that quote. I love it. I put the heart on it on Instagram, and I'm a fan of Bryce Mitchell. But I'm gonna take the underdog here. I think he might be able to edge out a little decision because he's gonna come. Ilya Topuria, I don't know. What do you think, Johnny? We already know what Dev's at. What do you think here?
Man, this is really close. I like both guys as like fighters and personalities and all that stuff, whatever you want to say it. But man, I keep going back to Topuria is going to have the better striking. He's going to have the better power on the feet, and I do think the wrestling is going to be about the same. The grappling, I also think, will be about the same. Maybe you can argue that Mitchell has a slight advantage in the grappling. He has a little bit, maybe a little bit better cardio as well. But Ilya's going to be dangerous early in the first 2 rounds. Now, the third round, that's where I'm a little sketchy on. Maybe Mitchell wins the third round if it gets that far. But the first 2 rounds, I mean, so Ilya, you know, I think he'll win round 1 maybe, and then we'll see what happens after that. But I'm going to go with Ilya, just ever so slightly. I just think he has a little bit more tools in his toolbox, if you want to say. And Mitchell, we know what Mitchell is. He's a very good wrestler, grappler, and he's going to keep you down as much as he can. He doesn't have the greatest takedown defense either. So maybe Ilya shoots for takedowns. Like, he could do that. Like, that's the thing. Ilya can do whatever. Wherever the fight goes, Ilya can take the fight there. But Mitchell needs to get this fight to the mat or else he's going to lose. That's where I keep going back to. But Mitchell, we've seen Mitchell dominate fights, and that's what I keep going back to as well, which is why it's kind of close. When Mitchell gets those takedowns and he's going to control on the top, he dominates. But this is a different beast, El Matador, if you want to say. He's really, really good. He's not going to accept being on his back. He's going to work for submissions. He's going to work to get back up. He's not going to stay down there. Like, he's no Edson Barboza and like on the ground. You know what I mean? So I got to go Ilya here. I'm not confident, like super confident, but I do think he wins. This one's going to be very close. I think it's going to go to decision, and we'll see what happens.
And Dev, you're saying lock, Ilya lock it.
I think it's got to be a finish either way. These boys are going to go
a finish.
Yeah, both ways.
That's the thing. Ilya's a finisher. Bryce is not. Bryce is more.
Yeah.
Like a.
I mean, unless he can gas him out in the third.
Bryce almost knocked out.
I think Edson wasn't expecting that because I wasn't expecting that either.
I was surprised by it.
Yeah. But after he got knocked down, though, Edson, he was just like very just scared. He didn't want to get taken down. He didn't really do anything on the feet. Like, I think it just surprised him. And then he was so scared to either get 1 knocked down again or 2 get taken down. So it's kind of ruined his whole game after that fight. But
Noah Allen's quote, he's got a hot take. Aljo and Merab, which are best friends. You know, Aljamain Sterling and Merab Davishvili are best.
Yeah, they don't want to fight each other.
They think Bryce should wet blanket Ilya, but Ilya apparently has the hardest body shots Merab has ever felt. And I can see that. Ilya Topuria is a beast, dude. He's a beast.
He is.
And Mitchell, he got that. He reminds me of that. Who's the back in the day? Hughes. Remember
Matt Hughes?
Other farm boy strength. You know what I mean? They don't like have the cut and the definition, but they're strong as shit. You know, and they got that boy farmer.
I don't think Bryce is that. I just think he's just really good at wrestling. He's got really good cardio. He uses that as a weapon. I mean, which is good. I just don't think he's like
and I did mention
I'm gonna quote it like hillbilly strength. I don't think he has that in him. He just doesn't he's not
inbred strength.
You could say that as well.
That's speaking true.
I toned it down a bit. I said hillbilly strength.
I ain't got no.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the underdog here by decision.
What Simple Man said, I like Bryce. What Simple Man said though, I like Bryce. I just think Topuria's striking is just way better.
But
he's got way more tools.
Gonna go for a takedown. I think he's gonna get it down to the ground. That's why I think it's gonna go to that. Bryce Mitchell's one of those guys. He knows wrestling is his strength. He knows that.
But do you think that Topuria does not know that? And do you know Topuria is good at wrestling and also jiu-jitsu as well?
Yeah, I know. I think they're both black belts, right?
Yeah.
Topuria is definitely a black belt. I think
Topuria has a ton of submissions. Really good wrestler. Really good power. Like, he's good everywhere.
Ooh, I think it's fight of the night already.
It has to be fight of the night. It has to be. I'm like excited for this fight. Like, I don't even care about the rest of the card. If I could choose one fight to see, that's the one, and I can give the crap about the rest.
I thought this card was kind of weak, But the more I looked into it, this is actually a stack card.
Yeah, it is.
Right. I'm so jealous that you're gonna see it live. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's gonna be an awesome fight, dude.
It's been over a year since I've been to one, and my birthday is Sunday, guys. So
nice.
Oh, really?
Yep.
What are you gonna be? 24?
You're a December baby as well.
How old are you? How old are you gonna be on Sunday?
29.
29. Whoa.
29. Look at that. Good for you.
I just turned 38. I am old.
Dude, I'm
We're
48.
all getting old. That's it. We just ate.
You are not 48, Ranj.
Want me to show you my ID? I am 48. 1974 I was born.
Dang.
Yellow stays mellow, man.
You do not look 48.
Age well. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's why I was trying to tell who's that? Justin Jr. when he's trolling me on my in the chat. It's tough to keep
what is it?
average weight when you're 48. What's that?
Asian, no Asian.
Yeah, Asian, no Asian, no aging.
No
right?
Asian.
Yellow stays mellow. That's what, just like the black guys, like black don't crack. Well, yellow stays mellow. I got guys that work for me, Korean guys that work for me. They're like 60 and they look like they're 35. Shit, you not. That's a true story for real.
Boys.
What's that?
I'm on the strip now, boys.
There you go. You got the win.
Go.
Getting close.
Yeah, you guys want to see like MGM sports book or something?
If you can get it there, I don't know if they'll let you.
I think so.
They don't let you take your camera out and look at or tape or
they're
take pictures. They'll get you. They'll get you.
Not me.
Do it.
Not me.
Do it.
Oh yeah, because you're not very suspicious or anything looking.
Do it. I want to.
Yeah, bro.
I'll get more viewers if you're in there and you get.
They're gonna just walk right past Dev and not say anything.
We know this guy. This is MMA Jesus over here.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Do it. Do it as much as you can.
I dare
try.
You. Let's go.
Are you at Planet Hollywood? You're at Planet Hollywood, dude.
I'm under the mall thing, like the UFO.
Yeah, right by Planet Hollywood, I think.
Right behind the Wynn.
I've never been to Vegas, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I haven't been to. I want to go to Vegas so bad again.
I used to go to Atlantic City. I go to the East Coast Vegas, which is Atlantic City. I go there a lot, but
yeah, that's not too far away from you. Vegas is fun.
Yeah, my parents go a lot. I've never been.
My parents go like 3 times a year. I'm like, I'm jealous.
Yeah, mine too. When you're retired, you can do that shit.
Yep.
All right,
are you on Bryce or me and Dev are on
Tupuria? I'm gonna go
with
Bryce. That's my heart says go that way. Carhartt gang.
I like it.
Good brand. I like it.
Here's the next fight's gonna be a fun one.
What is that? A dog? Is that a dog? Yeah. Give me the dog. Plus money. Plus money junkies in the hand.
I don't blame anybody taking a shot on Mitchell, though. I mean, I think this will be a close fight.
Does have a farm.
The line is wide.
FPTV. Good point. Bam Bam Barberena, also a farmer. Didn't help him out.
RDA does not give a fuck. I love it. That's great.
I saw
live action.
When Dev was on my show, we played that video where Marab jumped into the frozen lake and cut his face up. Yeah, we played that video on my show. I'm pretty sure Dev was here on that one. Takes one, no one, just kidding.
I won the group again, by the way. I won the group again.
I did.
He won the group. He won the group.
Good for you.
Dev's been on a roll.
He did.
I think I came in the second place like 2 or 3 times, and I think you beat me once.
That whole free T-shirt thing, that's Dave's idea, man. That's Dave's idea. But whoever wins the group, I'm gonna buy him a T-shirt. I'm like, go ahead, Mr. Money, go ahead.
There's 50 people.
Huh? But the thing is, he was promoting this because in order to get a T-shirt, you got to be active in the Friday live stream chat.
There you go.
That's
I
the
like it.
stipulation.
That's the
It
promotion. I like
increases
it.
the viewers and shit.
Yeah.
Wonder what
No,
happened to that dude.
that's a good step.
Wonder what happened to Fight Club Manny.
He's around now. I seen him on he showed up on our live stream Wednesday or the other live stream. He showed up, and then he's
Like
also on Twitter now. Like
a
he's
few
been
times I Instagram messaged him and been like, "Hey, you want to come on the show tonight?" He just ghosted me. He just didn't respond. You know what I think? I think he got offended because he's Puerto Rican and I called him Mexican one night, and I think he got offended from that. I'm sorry, Manny. I didn't mean to offend you. You know, I was a Mexican, not a Mexican.
Manny seems like a good guy. It's probably just he's busy or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, but I think he's back. He's coming back.
Yeah,
his kids are deep into sports. Like he's got a boy that wrestles, and right now is wrestling season. I think he's got a daughter that plays volleyball.
Yeah, you should try to message him on Twitter. He's been tweeting a lot lately, so he hasn't been tweeting like until just recently, like the last week.
Huh? I barely go on Twitter. I noticed you
but he doesn't go on Instagram like at all. I've never seen Manny post anything on Instagram.
Use my story all the time.
For real, I try to stay clear of social media, which is horrible for my channel. But it's just I don't know. It's just too much drama there, and it's a lot of fake shit. Like I don't, you know, it takes a lot.
Got a network. Got a network.
I know. But
do you want your channel to get to 50,000 subscribers? You got to get that Twitter going. You got to get that Instagram going.
I kind of don't care. I just do it for this Friday night.
Look at you. Look at you. So humble.
I mean, my regular job is what pays the bills and buys.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
YouTube does not do too much. I will tell you that.
For real, does not. I think in
it's
3
just
months
more a hobby for me.
Like $20 or something like that. They don't even pay you unless you break 100. And I think since I've been monetized, I think last time I checked it was like at $45 or some shit. And that's with donations, like a chat. What? Oh. Yeah, for real.
I was gonna say,
you don't make a lot, dude. You've been monetized for what? A month now?
Me?
Yeah, 2 months.
I've been probably since like July, and I've been getting about
July.
On average, like, I want to say like $75 to $100 a month.
Get out, really?
Yeah. And that's with tips or if people donate, or I'm just on average, like 75 to 100.
Like on your chat when they throw a donation and shit.
Yeah, and I don't get a lot. I mean, every once in a while I'll get like $5 or something, which is cool.
And,
I don't
and YouTube doesn't pay you until you break $100, right?
Yeah, for a month. So if let's say you did $50 in 1 month, it rolls over, and then if you get over 100, they'll pay you out. So it might take 2, 3, 4 months, however long it takes, but you have to get $100 at least.
Right. So you've got paid how many times since July?
Probably like 2, maybe 3 times now.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
I mean, it's not much. I put it right back in the channel. Like I bought a new mic. I like this mic. I bought a new mic. I'm gonna try to buy a new computer for editing and stuff like that. What else did I buy? I bought some lights and stuff. I bought another mic that I have for the other videos that I do. So I put it right back in the channel. I don't like keep it or anything. It's just, this is just a hobby. Like I like doing this. I love doing live streams. Like this is like the bread and butter. Like I didn't think I would like doing live streams, but that's like what I love doing is the live stream part.
Yeah, me too. That's why I don't I'm not making money off it. I just do it just for this right here, enjoying.
Yeah,
talking about UFC, drinking brews with my bros people. And shit.
Yeah, I'm not like pocketing any of this. I'm not using any of the money that I get for bets or anything. Like, no, it's going right back into the next purchase is going to be the laptop, and that's the biggest purchase. So I got to get 6, 7, 8 more months. So look at that. Look at that. Go all the way down to your chat, Ranj. Go to Brandon B.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Click on it.
turn this into an underdog parlay. I will.
There you go.
Absolutely. I was trying to.
Thanks for the donation,
Thank you,
Brandon.
Brandon B. That Brandon's a good name. That's my son's name, by the way. Do you know Brandon K? He's a nemesis of mine. I used to rock his shit, and he told me
he's a nemesis.
Do you know other cappers? Do you watch other? Have you ever seen Mr. Arkansas? He does those marathons. He does like 40 hours straight. There's a UFC guy, Mr. Arkansas, and he does super long live streams. He never shows his face though. It's always but he brings sort of like I've seen Just My 2 Cents on there, but anyway, Brandon K is another capper that does full breakdowns.
I don't think I ever heard of him.
Like and when I first started out, I used to use Brandon K, and he was like supporting me and stuff.
Oh, was that the guy that doesn't want you to do it?
Yeah, listen to this, Mr. Arkansas.
I was like, who is it? Tell us.
He has this competition called the Mecca, which he gets a bunch of cappers, and you get points by getting perfect cards, or more wins you get right. The whole point system and stuff, and then you get to vote somebody out, like kind of Survivor Series, with all these different cappers. I never partook or anything like that.
Never heard of that.
Brandon K was dying to get in there. He was on live stream. Let me in. And Mr. Arkansas was like, no, dude, no, not you. So I kind of like busted his ass a little bit on one of my capper comparison pick videos, and he's like, I unsubscribe. Don't ever use my shit, and don't use my picks anymore.
Oh,
yeah, for real. So what I did was I criticized his next video. I'm like, look in the background. You got the.
You might be cutting out, Dev.
Lamp. You had like an overhead lamp, and it had all these dead flies in it. I'm like, where the fuck clean those flies out of your fucking lamp? And he's like a music teacher. That's his job. And he tried to pull that shit on one of Mr. Arkansas' show. He's like, oh, Tracy Chat. He showed a record of Tracy Chapman, fast car. I got a fast car. And he's trying to like give guitar lessons on a UFC show. And I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Anyway, I make a lot of enemies because I don't care. I'm like, fuck them.
It's fine. It's
Justin
all good.
Jr., MMA prodigy. He hates me. He trolls me.
Hey,
he always sends people here.
I always say, like, you're not gonna be liked by everybody. So why try to make everybody like you? You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. People will like you for who you are. So
Brandon K. And did you ever meet MMA Parlay King? He's off now, but I've
seen some videos.
He kicked me out. I was a Patreon subscriber to him, and he kicked me out. He's like,
are you serious? You subscribe? Oh my God! Don't say that.
It was the cheapest plan. It was like $9 a month, and I called him out. He picked. Remember when Kennedy Izinchukwu fought the handsome guy from Australia? What's his name? Ulberg,
yeah.
Remember when he fought? He was like, "Oh, the lock of the card is Carlos or that Ulberg, right? Because it was like his debut, UFC debut and stuff. Lock of the card, I guarantee it." He's like, "You put money on," and Kennedy Izinchukwu ended up winning. Remember?
Yeah.
And so just busting his ass. I wasn't being serious and shit. I put on a comment. He was like, "Oh, I'm perfect." I'm like, "No, you're not perfect. You fucking said the lock of the card was Carlos Ulberg, and Kennedy Izinchukwu knocked his ass out. So you're definitely wrong." And he's like, "Haters like you gotta get off my unsubscribe from me," and all this talking, all this shit. It was awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Got problems, man.
Me and you are good, right? Right, Johnny?
Yeah, you're all good. I think Dev was cutting in and out. I think he's going in the casino, and they probably confiscated him. He's going to go in the back room and get his knuckles, beat up a little bit, and just like a casino thing, no big deal.
I hope he live streams from the casino. That would be great.
He can't. There's no way. They will get him. Like, he might be able to live stream for like a minute, and then somebody will get him and say, "Turn it off."
I hope
or
he
leave.
shows them getting him on.
I know that would be hilarious.
It would.
My local casinos here, I can't even like have my phone out in my hand. They will be on me in 30 seconds. So Vegas is worse, I'm sure. Yeah. They just think that you're just like filming something or taping like something in like a slot machine or a table game. And I'm like, no, I'm just looking at my phone because I got a text message. But they're on you, man.
Really? When I go to there's a place called Rivers in Schenectady that I used to do before I went online. I used to do here he is. He's back. And
he's back. You get kicked out,
I
Dev?
would check my phone like for like Tapology and stuff as I'm placing bets. I never got stopped or nothing. I never got asked to put your phone away.
I mean, I mean, I wouldn't say like every time, but if you're like looking around and like you're close to the table games, or if you're close to a slot machine, they will get you.
You can't use your phone at like a blackjack table or nothing.
Yeah. Now, if you're walking like on the sides, like not really super close, you're good. But you can't be close to anything, and they're gonna get you.
Right.
What fight we got next here?
Darren Till, Dricus Duplessis, but dude, I am so far behind on the chat.
Oh, you're good.
Just bear with me. I just want to make sure. I want to see if
go through it real quick.
Guys, I'm gonna go to Caesar.
I'm not gonna do every. Look, this is how you and Cody do it on Wednesdays, right here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we talk.
Marab once jumped in frozen lake No, I'm serious, but that's good, man. You do show every single.
We try
up there, which is
we try as much as we can. Sometimes we're on a time schedule, so we have to skip some. But yeah, happy birthday, Dev. Hope you have a good birthday tomorrow or Sunday.
He's already got a birthday.
If Chiefs win,
free ticket to go see.
Chiefs.
Go see
who they play this week.
Event. Who's that?
Who do they play? They play Denver Broncos.
Team, right?
Oh, easy peasy. Go throw like $400 down on that.
I will if I win tomorrow. It's my plan, Johnny.
There you go. There you go.
They'll cover it too.
No, it's not. It has to be more than 5 because I will lay $100 down if it's 5.
Mine is 3.5.
Like
oh, what?
3.5. See, yeah.
No, the Chiefs against the Broncos. Get out.
It's probably gonna be closer.
No,
they just lost last week.
Broncos suck.
Chiefs lost last week. It's recency, dude.
But it's away too. It's away.
Yeah, but they lost the Bengals. They can't beat the Bengals. Do you know Mahomes hasn't beat the Bengals or something like that? Like Burrow's beat him.
Yeah.
I saw that. I made money off that
last week.
There's no way.
Dude, you know what you do with football to win? I win every week on football. You know how? Teasers. You get extra 6 points if you tease and you do like 5-6
It's
teams.
8.5. Kansas City's minus 8.5.
Really?
Yeah, it's not 3.5. I would have bet that a long time ago.
I thought it was like 5.
I still think they win by more than 10, but
the Jets
a little bit closer. 10. I think I would tease that.
You tease the Jets. Who else did I do? Oh, you know what? 49ers are on a third string quarterback for real, and they're playing the Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay sucks too.
Tampa Bay is getting 3.5. So if you put that in teaser, it's going to be up to 9.5. Right? You get 6 points with the teaser.
Yeah, I like teasers too.
I did one at the bar at lunchtime. Like 5.
Look at Dev all sneaky. He's being all sneaky right now.
I love it. I love it.
Up against his face, like he's talking to somebody. Oh, he's at the fucking where you at? Bellagio. That's where you're at.
Break the law. Break the law.
Breaking the law.
Bellagio. That's where you're at for real.
Looks like it, but I think it's at Caesars.
Yeah, it's Caesars, guys.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Caesars right here.
What are you gonna do there, Dev? What are you gonna do? You gonna put a bet on there? You said put a bet
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I'm trying to find the sports book.
Just ask. Be like, where's the sports book? Just ask anybody. They'll tell you. They know. They've been there like for 30 hours already.
I think I fucking passed it.
Just ask somebody. Be like, hey, where's the sports book?
Man, do you know where the sports book is? Like,
See, I told you they would know.
Honestly, you can take this all the way right here up these stairs, and then go straight back. Once you get all the way out to your right, the sports book will be right there.
awesome. Thank you.
Boom.
She was so sweet.
I told you to ask anybody.
Yeah, they're really nice here. People are nice. Chill.
Deb, are you there by yourself? Did you just go by yourself?
Solo dolo.
There you go. So you got 2 tickets. You didn't even like ask one of us.
What's that?
You said you have 2 tickets to the show, like the event. You didn't ask anybody else?
Yeah. One of my homies is coming from New York.
Oh, okay.
He's flying in from New York. We're gonna be sitting on the floor.
Yeah. What row? Do
I
you know?
could have been that homie flying in from New York, Dev. No, really, I right now, but awesome, dude. That's so good, man.
Denver does have a good defense, but man, their offense is awful. They can only score like 6 or 9 points. They can't even score a touchdown. So you're going up against the Chiefs that can score at will. I don't know. I would tease
Wow,
the
look at this
Chiefs
shit.
down. Chiefs,
Look at
hey,
this.
okay. Is that the sports book?
I
Or
don't
is
know
that
what it is, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. I can't.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
Ranj, tease the Chiefs down to 2.5, minus 2.5. That's a perfect teaser.
What's the money line?
I think I did put him in.
Oh, it's probably like minus 500.
I'm telling. My most confident play is Tampa Bay, though.
Yeah, because
You know,
the
San
Chiefs are
Fran's
minus
on
8.5.
You know, Garoppolo's
wow.
out.
Yeah, Garoppolo's out.
Yeah,
And
I think
Tampa
that's
Bay's
a lock,
getting
though.
3.5.
That's probably a lock.
Yeah, Chiefs are minus 425 money line. Minus 425.
Wow. That's
Look,
too much.
Am I going to
It
get
is.
copyrighted for this? Doesn't matter. You think so? Because
All right, boys, we're
For
here.
what? What are you copywriting?
I don't know. I'm just look at the chat.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just my 2 cents. I don't think you're gonna get copyrighted.
I hope it doesn't get I don't care about the money thing, but I hope it doesn't get taken down.
No,
I've
I mean,
had
what are
2
you gonna?
videos taken down because Dave showed Bellator fight.
Oh, well, that would be copyrighted. I mean, what we're showing, what Dev's showing, is not copyrighted. I mean, just
Yeah, you can film in here.
yeah, it's fine.
Look at Cowboys.
Public.
Yeah, I saw that money
Yeah,
line. I'm
don't
like,
do
that is
talk, man.
insane.
That is
If you're gonna do anything,
What's the
I think they're
spread?
playing
What's
the
point?
Texans. Just tease the Texans and get
What's the
more
point
money.
spread?
It's like minus like 20.
It's like
something.
a record.
It's crazy.
Yeah, record. You tease that, you'll get 26 points
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Where are you at? Where are you at? Let me look at that. Yeah, okay. They're minus 17, so you'll get 23. It's not bad. But
Yeah,
the Texans are
Texans
really
will lose,
bad,
but
though.
Not by that much.
I mean, didn't the
already
Cowboys beat somebody really bad? Oh, they beat the Vikings.
Jets are my team, though. What? Jets are my team. I teased that too. I got 16 points now.
There you go. Yeah, I
And
mean, the
I
Jets
played
always
money
play the
line
Bills
straight
really
up.
good, though.
Plus 400. Plus 400. My whole family's Buffalo fans. Whole family. I'm the outsider. Anyway, all right.
I got a little Buffalo thing right here.
We're on Darren Till, Dricus Duplessis.
This is my
Dricus Duplessis
second favorite fight of the night.
is the South.
DDP.
Yep.
The South African. He's on a little roll. He trains with that Cameron Saman, the curtain jerker for the prelims, and he's going against Darren Till, who everybody's been hating on because he 1-4 in his last 5, and that one that he did win could have went the other way. right?
I'm hating
Am I
on
telling
him.
the truth?
No, you're telling the truth.
Yeah. A lot of people thinking Darren Till is not the same Darren Till he was when he came in. He had a streak of green, bunch of wins, but then his last 5 he just went out. He's now
Yeah.
partying and hanging out. But you got to think something rubs off of Kamzat, right? Is he buddies with Kamzat? You think
I heard
something rub off
recently,
of that?
like he used to be, obviously, but I don't think that he is anymore. He's not training with him anymore. He's at Tiger Muay Thai in some other place over there. So I don't know. Maybe something
Where, in
happened. Maybe they
London?
don't. No, in
Is he in
Thailand.
London?
No, he's been
Oh
training
yeah,
at
he's in
Tiger Muay
Thailand
Thai.
now?
Hey guys, I'll be right back. All
I
right.
know on
Yeah.
Tapology he's got the Brazil. He's got the Brazil place because his history. When he
Yep.
was a kid, his parents moved from London to Brazil, and then he started training at the whatever was it one of the it's like a there's some UFC fighters from there. What's it? Uniao, that Nova Uniao, maybe I forget, but he's definitely associated with a Brazilian place.
Yeah.
So
And I
you
think he
assume
has
he's got
he had a kid in Brazil, if you want to say.
a what?
I think that's the rumor on the street. I think he has like a kid in Brazil.
Oh, like an illegitimate one? Like he's not taking.
I think I could be wrong, but I think that's what
No,
I've seen and or
I can
heard.
totally see that shit. I could totally see that Darren Till. Let's look at him. He looks like that type of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But my thing about this fight is this. Everybody that is
How do you
on
look at
Till,
weigh-ins? How do you look at? You said
they
you
both
said
look good, but Till looks like Till. Like he doesn't look great ever. Like he just looks like that normal, just slender kind of fighter with no like definition or no muscle mass or anything. He's just
no
slender.
abs. Did he have abs?
Yeah, no abs, no nothing. Like, but then Dreekis comes in, he's like ripped and shredded, and you're like, well, I mean that doesn't surprise me. But here's my
Look at
thing.
2 cents. Look at 2 cents. Dricus is a fraud.
That's ballsy to say, but that's your 2 cents. I get it
You know
totally.
what?
But here's my 2 cents.
Plus
Here's my 2 cents.
right? Plus 160.
Okay, but can you really back no, and I'm being honest when I ask this, like, do you really feel confident if you wanted to bet on Till right now? Do you feel confident enough to bet on him?
I don't know.
Honestly.
Listen, do you
With
know
all his
Dogger Pass
track record.
podcast? Dogger Pass podcast, Cody Safdie and Paul Shaughnessy. They're both taking Till.
Okay. Now
Just
I
saying.
know a lot of people
Just saying.
I know a lot of people like Till. I get it. But here's my thing about it. Everyone, and I could be wrong, but everything that I've seen on Twitter, everybody on their capper comparisons, if they pick Till or anything like that, this is how he wins. When Dricus goes blitzing like this and gets caught. That's everybody says that. Now hear me out. He does do that. You're right. But you do know, like, Dricus is tough as hell. He got rocked like 3 or 4 times against Brad Tavares when he was doing that, and he didn't go down, and he still won the fight. Like, he came back and won the fight. Like, Till does not have that knockout power. He's going to have to land that like 5, 6, 7 times to get a knockout. He's not going to win a decision. He's too low volume. All he looks for is that counter shot. He can get taken down. Dricus has good grappling. He's got good wrestling. He just hasn't used it that much in the UFC.
It's been
Go back
a bit of a layoff for Till too, right? It's been
about a year, I think. And he keeps like he got
Dricus
out of a lot of fights.
active. Dricus' last fight was just a few months ago, right?
Yep. So it's been a little over a year. So a year and 3 months. He has a lot of canceled fights before the Brunson fight. He got canceled against Jack Hermanson. Like, I can't back Till here. Like, Dricus is on the rise. Till's on the decline. I'm not saying Dricus is like a finished product and he's a champion, but he's shown me a lot more recently than Till has. And I just don't know. I get Till is a cool personality. He's awesome on Twitter. He's hilarious. But man, as a
Beat Wonder
fighter
Boy. He beat Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson, and Stephen
at
Thompson just
welterweight,
messed up all your parlays last week.
true.
Right?
But at welterweight, this is middleweight. Ever since he moved up to middleweight, he hasn't been doing good at all because he couldn't be making welterweight anymore, like with a weight. So it's just like there's just not. If the only thing that Till can win is if Dricus blitzes like this and gets hit. I mean, Dricus is going to win any other way possible. So I can't put my money on a thing like that. I mean, it could happen. I'm not saying it can't, but I just can't do it. Like Till needs to show me he can win this fight. And I have a bet on Dricus. I think he's going to win probably by second or third round knockout, or maybe even a submission, club and sub, something like that. Because Dricus has really good grappling. Go back and look at his records. He's got like 9 or 10 submissions in his like 17 wins. He's a really good grappler and wrestler. He just hasn't shown it in the UFC yet. That's just my 2 cents. I just don't think Till's going to win this fight. I can't back him or bet him. I'm not putting money on him.
Brandon B is explaining the low volume of Darren Till, which is
super
legit.
low volume.
Super low volume.
Like, how can he win a decision? He can't. Because with that volume, he needs a knockout. Dricus has never been knocked out.
Oh, look at
And he got
Bow Better.
There,
Bow Better
there it is. Bow Better knows.
Game.
He does. Very good ground game. He just hasn't used it.
And Darren Till, those British, their ground game's not all on.
He's got
it's not
very questionable ground game.
But Dricus Duplessis, South Africa, how's that ground game? You got to consider that stuff. It's
Here's a fun question that I was thinking about. So who do you think would win right now if they fought? Brad Tavares or Darren Till? That'd be a very close fight, right? I think it'd be very close.
Right. I would have I would go with Till probably in that.
You think so? Man, I think that Tavares would edge it out. Just a touch.
That's a good maybe Sean Shelby. Tell him.
I should. Maybe that's Till's next opponent when he loses this week. But I just don't see how he wins this fight. I just don't. He has to get a knockout, but he just throws 3 punches the whole round. So
I'm going with Duplessis as well. Me too. I'm going with him. I'm going with Duplessis.
Like I just see Till getting knocked out or submitted. One of the two. Eventually.
You're one of my favorites. That's why I use your name a lot.
I use your name a lot too. I'm sorry.
It's all good. You're one of my favorites.
No, yeah, it's all good. We're all good. I don't mean it in a bad way. If I'm like, that's just my 2 cents. I just used it. I saw
about better going back in time, talking about fights we already talked about. Unreal. Keep up.
Dalcha can't have a ground game because he's gonna gas out. That's the only bad thing about him. He does have decent takedowns, but
Dalcha's like that guy from Bloodsport.
Yeah,
he gets knocked out real quick.
You
and Shabazian, I think, is gonna do the same.
I knew you were talking about me. Just my 2 cents. I was using your name a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, good. No, no disrespect. I was just
my 2 cents through Mr. Arkansas show. Actually, that's the first time I ever saw that name. Just my 2 cents. Mr. Arkansas. Right on. I'm surprised you never heard of him. No, is he even still doing stuff? I don't know.
Mr. Arkansas or just my 2 cents?
No, Mr. Arkansas. You never heard of him?
Mm-mm.
He does he did like 40 hours or something. Just I've never seen his face. He always just uses like this symbol on the live stream, but he did like a 40 some record breaking MMA live stream that was on forever, like a whole weekend, and he's from Arkansas. Right? 2 cents,
Crazy, man.
Oh, Dalcha's a judo guy. I did not know that. Huh. Well,
I mean, he could potentially get the takedowns, but I think it's just only going to gas him even more. Like,
I don't think so. I think Edmund Shabazian should handle that. All right. Where are we at? Oh, look at next. We got super short notice. Alex Morono taking on the aging Santiago Ponzinibbio. right? Isn't he
I mean,
aging? Is he an
I mean,
older
he's
dude?
36, but I think
No,
he
there you
looks
go.
great for 36.
Aging. I like Alex Morono, man. He's got the dad bod, but he doesn't care. He still comes through with the victories.
hmm
I like that, and he owns a gym now down in Houston. He still works with what's it called, the the Saeed, that, what the hell is that, Texas gym? He still works with him. Come on,
What's that
Johnny,
Texas gym? I know who is it with Kevin Holland and that gym?
No, Kevin Holland's from the.
I thought he was in Texas.
I'll tell you right now.
Look it up.
Well, Alex Morono used to be with Fortis MMA. Fortis. Yes.
Okay.
But he has his own shit, his own gym, but he's still, I bet you in the corner might be that Saud, or that super awesome, yeah, Saif Saud. He's the guy you want in the corner from Fortis. He's way better than James Krause, and he'll yell at you like, get up. He'll yell instructions. He's awesome. Said, one of the best coaches. And Morono he don't look like he should be as good as he is, because his body style, he's like dad bod kind of. He's not defined.
Yeah.
He just got like regular.
He probably should be a lightweight
physique. But dude, his skills are really good. The thing is, like you mentioned on your show with Cody, he's coming in like 5 days. 5 days short notice. And Santiago Ponzinibbio's been in a full camp. He was supposed to fight. Who was he supposed to fight that backed out?
Lawler, and I loved that parlay piece as a parlay piece.
Ponzinibbio would have pieced him up. Robbie Lawler's a has-been. His days are done. He's like hanging up Frank Yeager. He's like one of those, like he used to be great, but everybody can't be great forever. You know what I mean? I used to be great too. Now I'm 48, and it's not, you know what I mean? But I'm saying Robbie Lawler, he was great. Now he's a has-been, and Ponzinibbio would have pieced him up. But yeah. Alex Morono's a different cat, dude. And people are like, oh, he's coming on like you too. Super short notice. But you know what? He owns a gym. That's what he does for a living. He's in that gym every day that's his job. He makes a living off being in that gym. I think he might be ready, and he's at plus money, right?
Yeah, it's like plus 150 range.
Yeah, I'm taking the underdog here. I like the Great White.
You love that plus money.
I do. Plus money junkie, man. I'm addicted to it. I love it.
I totally get it. I get it.
I'll not do a minus money bet. You know that? Did you know that?
I know
That's why I'll parlay favorites, but I'm not gonna do a minus money bet. No way.
But no, I usually don't either, unless it's like minus 150 or under, like a single bet. I'll have to parlay the rest. But here's my thing. Like, if this was a full camp with Morono versus Ponzi, I would look at this totally different. But I just can't get past like the 4-day short notice. Morono does slow down in fights, even on a full camp, like as the fight goes on, because he's very high volume. Like, so is Ponzi. Like, they're both high volume strikers. But Morono's striking is not as technical as Ponzi. And I think that's what's going to be the key here. I think Morono he doesn't really have the, a knockout power, if you want to say. Ponzi does. Like, he does. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like one shot knockout power, but he can knock you out. I just don't think Morono can knock out Ponzi. And
no, but he can win a decision, though.
He could, but this is what I'm getting back to. I was going to say is the 4-day short notice. Can Morono go 3 rounds to win a decision? I don't know if he can. Well, I don't know.
He stays in fighting shape. I think for real. I think we
just talked about his dad bod, Ranj.
He's never in fighting shape anyway.
We just talked about it. He looked the same as he always does.
Yeah,
a little soft, a little. I don't want to say chunky, but just soft, a little soft, like he usually does. Just fine.
Ponzinibbio, what's he from? He's from like Argentina. Right? Argentina.
But he's
how many times they've got bronze in wrestling? Never, right?
But they're really good in soccer.
Morono's from Texas. I know,
but hear me out.
They're still in the World Cup, right?
Yeah, they won today. It was 2 games going to penalty kicks. It was a good day for
Dude,
World Cup.
I lost my shit when Morocco beat Spain in the penalty kicks.
Yeah, I did not bet that.
That was a lock. I'm a gambler, dude. I gamble on soccer.
I bet on World Cup. I bet today I had 3 bets and I won 1, which I ended up coming out just a touch ahead because I bet both teams to score in the Argentina and Netherlands game. That's all I had. But I had the 2 other bets in Brazil and they lost. Argentina won in penalty. And then Brazil lost to
that's what you're saying.
Croatia.
What was the Brazil lost?
Yeah, Brazil lost in penalty kicks to Croatia.
How?
To Croatia. Croatia's good, but
England's still in it?
Yeah, they play tomorrow. They play France.
That's who I have for my
both teams to score.
World Cup winner, like
France
before the tournament started.
They're going to get to the final unless they shit the bed.
I put a bet on Brazil too. I thought they were gonna.
My pick, I didn't bet it. My pick was Argentina in the beginning of the whole thing. Like that was my pick. But
Any Asian countries still in? Japan?
No, they all went out. Unfortunately,
both of them, Japan. I know Japan had an upset, right?
Yep.
So did
Japan was like the giant killers. Well. Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm gonna go. I like Ponzi a lot in this fight. I think he's just gonna piece him up. I think he's more technical. I think he's gonna win a decision, just outstrike him. Moreno's gonna slow down as the fight goes on, I think. And Moreno's striking isn't that technical. He's kind of loopy. He throws a lot of looping overhands. But is he going to use his wrestling?
What's the age difference? What's the age?
Like 3 years, maybe. So it's nothing crazy.
Moreno's younger, right?
Yeah, a little bit. He's 32 and okay, yeah. So 4 years. I'm sorry, 4 years.
And you know who's going to be there? His dad, and his wife from the Gracie Barra Morono school that he owns and teaches. He teaches little kids and senior citizens, and security guards and shit. He's got all sorts of classes. I think he teaches some of the Houston Texans. They're going to get their ass kicked, but still, he teaches them. I think. Now I'm just playing. But you know what? When I lived in Philadelphia, I went to not New Balance, Balance Studios with the Miglerese brothers. They're Henzo Gracie school actually, and I know they had like side jujitsu lessons with Philadelphia Eagles. There's like a linebacker. I lived there like 5 years for real, and that's
Philadelphia. Give me Ponzi by decision. How about that?
All right.
He should have beat
maybe this
one of the
two.
Do
a t-shirt bet. You want to do a t-shirt bet on this? Let's do it. Come on.
Ooh, man, I got a shoey bet. Now I'm gonna do a t-shirt bet on this card.
Why not?
Okay. How do we do it? So I buy you a t-shirt if Ponzi loses.
If Alex
whatever you want
wins, Alex Moreno wins, you give me a t-shirt. I don't.
Okay.
It just has to be MMA related.
Okay.
Dude, BC Davis bought me. He bought me one. It was like God created something, regular people, and then they created Roxanne. And he's like, it's a Roxanne Modafferi shirt. I'm like, no, it's not, dude. It just says God created.
It just says Roxanne.
Yeah, it just says. He's like, no, I for real, I got it. It's right upstairs. He gave me because on the t-shirt bet, I'm like, whatever, man. Dev gave me gray UFC t-shirt, and the iron on the t-shirt, it stuck together when I dried it, like the U and the C, it stuck but yeah, funny. It's funny. I just sent
all right, I'll do it if you want to do. I'm in. Let's go.
There you go. Do it. I want a t-shirt from Mbe. Did you ever see Mbe? She was a girl.
I've seen her. Yeah, I've seen her on a couple of your lives. Yeah.
I want a t-shirt off her, and she never sent it to me. She lied.
Is that why she doesn't show up anymore?
It's probably. It's in the mail. It's in the mail. You know?
How dare she? I hope you're watching, Mbe. Way to go.
I know, right? Tell your boyfriend I said hi. He hated us.
Oh,
He hated me and Dave. He hated us. Whatever. It's all
whatever.
good. It's all good fun.
People
T-shirt bet.
crazy.
I'm writing it right on my sheet.
Write it on there.
T-shirt bet.
I will let you know some of my favorite fighters when I win. So
I got
joke. You pay me whatever you want.
T-shirts from Dave. Dave's got a closet full of T-shirts from me too.
Just keep going back and forth. Love it.
You can buy one. You can give me a Plus Money Junkie T-shirt if you want. I don't even have one of my own T-shirts. Like
I'm gonna get you a. Yeah,
Cody's got.
I mean, maybe I'll just ask for that.
Shows.
Yeah. I remember saying it. You can give me one of those if I win.
Sure. It's good. Yeah.
I like it.
No, I'm gonna give you. I'll give you like a. I made a Gerald Mearshart T-shirt for Dave before. Just some obscure fighters. Yeah, the legend, because he was like, Gerald Mearshart's a legend. I'm like, no, he's not.
No, he's not.
I made him a T-shirt that said GM3, the legend Mearshart.
Maybe like
awesome.
Maybe like in 5 years and after he goes for the title. He's already like 34 or 35 too. So.
I won a T-shirt bet against Dev, but if I didn't, I was gonna make a T-shirt for who's that dude that used to be his nickname is a prototype. He used to be like 185. Now he's like a heavyweight. You know?
Collier.
Yes. I was gonna make a Ed Collier T-shirt for Dev the dude, but I ended up winning. So that's when he sent me that iron-on one, which is awesome.
Hilarious.
Okay, Ponzi KO. Let me catch up with this. Agree with Johnny about it is. What has he got? 5 days notice, but you know what?
Four days.
People that do this for a living, they train every day. I used to be part of a BJJ gym, and they train every day, and they don't even compete. That's what they do. They're in there every day. When you go to work, you're going to the gym and you're practicing your trade. That's the thing. So I don't think the whole camp thing is really neither guy cutting weight.
I think it's a real deal. I think it's a real deal if it's less than a week, like if it's 5 days, 6 days, 4 days. Now, give me a guy like, okay, a good example was Dawson versus Madsen. Originally, it was going to be a super short notice fight, but then they pushed it back another week. And then Dawson looked really good. And I would pick Dawson because I'm like, okay, I'm okay with a 2 week short notice because he has a little bit of time. Like Moreno just took this because the opportunity was there. And then now he's scrambling to like get ready. And maybe he was already like, he lost maybe like 5 pounds. He looked like he normally does. Like,
it didn't look
but like my thing is this, like,
right?
Yeah, but you have to train a little bit for cardio. I don't care who you are. Like, I'm not saying Moreno has one round of gas.
I searched his Instagram too, and his last post was like, except for the post about this fight, his last post was like 10 weeks ago. So it wasn't, he doesn't show anything that he's been training. But you got to think, if he owns a gym, he's training every fucking day.
I mean, maybe he's teaching. That's the thing. Teaching and training is totally different. You could teach people all day, but you're not training. You're just teaching. I mean, you could be doing stuff with them, but you're not training. You have to be training day in, day out.
You know how?
Like 4 days.
Jiu-jitsu guy, Phil Miglioris. When I was I just graduated to blue belt from white belt.
Mm-hmm.
He told there was a day he was just training, and he's like, and it was just me and like 3 other blue belts and maybe a purple in there. He's like, whoever can tap me out right now, I'll give him black belt. And we all tried our damnedest. So, and that was just him teaching, but he's still doing his shit. He's doing his thing. He's still, it's not, even if you're teaching, you're still actually in the gym.
So he's going against a whole bunch of white belts, but Ponzi is like a black belt compared.
You might have a brown belt class. You might have a brown belt class.
No, I mean, I get it, but I can't do it. Like, I just can't. You got to give me at least.
That's why we got
a good bet. Yeah, there we go. I like it. My first T-shirt bet. I feel very important right now.
Val Better said UFC merch is garbage. You know what? It is very overpriced. I like you know what I've been rocking lately is those I like the gym shirts like
Oh, like Tiger Muay
um
Thai one you have? That one's cool.
that's a Dave one.
That's a cool
American
one.
Top Team, Killcliff. Killcliff has a lot of awesome shirts. The
I
one I got from Fight
I get
Ready
some
though,
ideas.
Fight
If I
Ready,
lose though.
I ordered 2X from Fight Ready. It fits me like a medium. Fit my for real. My man tits are out and shit, like all snug. I was like, what the? I gotta give it to my boy, my kid. I can't even
It's
wear
just
that.
telling you you have to go training again.
About better.
Right. I
Oh
drink beer
well,
pretty much
this isn't
most days.
Alcoholics Anonymous, but that I appreciate it. About better. There you go. Congratulations. I have
Drinking
a black
beer.
belt in beer drinking.
There you go.
I got
I like
12
it.
steps you can follow. I'm just playing with you, dude. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I don't drink beer every day, but probably
No,
3 times a
I
week.
don't either, but usually when I do live streams, which recently it's been a lot. So yeah, that's a good point from just my 2 cents. Ponzi has fought the better fighters, and he lost his last 2 fights, but they were both by split decision.
Yes.
And I can tell you
And he
this:
did have
he
a
won
full
one
camp.
of those, a full camp, and he's the better, no, okay, more technical striker. He's more technical than Morono, 100%. He's got the crisper straight punches. Morono's more
Do you have the
loopy.
stats in front of you? They have good UFC.
I mean, the stats are about the
Do you
same. I
have?
looked at them. It's Ponzi's like
Did you?
5
Pull 'em
strikes
up right
per
now,
minute.
buddy.
Morono is 5.36. Striking accuracy is 41 and 43. And absorbed is 4.7 and 4 strikes. So they're about the same. Defense is 60% and 57. They're really close on paper. But hear me out.
How
If the
about
eye
wrestling?
test.
Takedown accuracy and defense. What's
Okay.
that say?
So
The bottom of the page.
Ponzi's first. So takedown accuracy is 31 and 20 is for Morono. And then takedown defense for Ponzi is 60%. Morono is 51%. So they're really close on paper. If you would not know the fighters and you would look at it on paper, you would think this is a very close fight. And you would probably pick the dog because you're going to pick the dog in a close fight, right?
Right.
But the eye test, look at the
though, you're gonna pick Ponzi.
look at the face-offs, look at the striking. You can tell Ponzi has way better technical striking in boxing. It's night and day. And I'm not saying Morono's a bad fighter. He's a very good fighter. But some of his like little like some of his weapons, if you want to say, is his will to win and his cardio and this and that. That's the thing. It's just a 4-day short notice, man. And Ponzi's going to be so motivated to win this fight. He just lost 2 split decisions that he probably should have won at least one of them, probably maybe even 2 of them. That's how close it was. And I really thought
Alex
he won.
Morono's always got heart, though. You know.
Yeah, but Ponzi does too.
His dad's gonna be right there. Is he? Is Ponzinibbio? I don't know. Argentina and shit. I don't know.
He won again. He won against Neil or Pereira. I don't care if you can pick one. He won against one of them at least. He wants to win this fight. He's not going to take this lightly, no matter what. He's not going to be like, this is a step down. I'm just going to let this go. He was going to destroy Lawler. He's going to go in that same mode. I'm not saying he's going to destroy Morono, but he has that same mentality. I think. I just think he's motivated to win. He's 36 years old. He has to make it now.
Matt Sommelsberger?
Yes.
Semi the Jedi?
Yes. Because he's more technical.
That's the thing. I don't think he could. That's why I'm looking. I think I did like stupid MMA math, which doesn't work, but I think I was like, Semi the Jedi, I would take him over. I think he would be like.
Who did he just lose to? Again,
Alex Morono.
Was it that? What was that? Him? I thought it was he lost to a different person too.
I don't know. Alex Morono beat him in.
Yeah. Who was it? Who was it?
He beat him in.
Oh, Chaos Williams.
July.
That's who it was. Okay, that's who I'm thinking of. AJ Fletcher was a tough fight for him though too, and I don't think AJ Fletcher's that great. Who's Martin Sano? I don't know who Martin Sano is. He lost in 15 seconds. What? Like Selmansberger, I mean, I'm not saying he's a bum. I just don't think he's as good as a lot of people think. No, Selmansberger, who he beat.
Right. How about like David Zawada, the German fighter? Morone took care of him. Mickey Gall beat CM Punk.
Mickey Gall sucks.
But he did beat CM Punk. Yeah, everybody knows CM Punk.
CM Punk
Right?
sucks too.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you for real. I'm fucking with you.
I'm like,
Cerrone,
sucks.
Rice McKee. He's got a list of.
I mean,
Zach
Cerrone's a
Al,
legend though, but
Kanan Song. These are people that Alex Murno. The short notice thing sketches me out a little bit, but I'm good.
I'm telling. Okay, this is just me. Like the more technical side of striking, which I think it's going to happen out of the 14 of 15 minutes. The technical striking is going to go towards Ponzi. He's going to outstrike Morono. Maybe Morono can land the cleaner shots and win. I'll give you that. Maybe the cleaner shots, but when he strikes, he does this. Like he doesn't look at his opponent when he throws his strikes. He hopes he hits.
I hope he throws two and goes for a double leg and takes him right to the ground.
I mean, it's a possibility, but he's going to gas out if he tries to do that. I'll guarantee you he will.
Morono's got a black belt.
When have you seen him do his wrestling or grappling, though? When was the last fight? I can't even tell you.
Yeah,
not the last right 3 or 4.
No, you're right. Everything's been
decision. He doesn't. He tries maybe, but I mean, let me look and see when his last takedown.
He hasn't had a submission since 2015. Everything's been decision. Oh no, guillotine choke right here. Josh Berkman, 2018.
Okay, so he had one takedown against Anthony Pettis in 2020.
Yeah, that's Showtime.
And then he had 3 takedowns against Rice McKee. Reese McKee?
Rice McKee, that's a UFC. He's a UFC fighter. Used to be anyway.
Used to be, yeah. And he won that fight, but that was 3 takedowns. But after that, those were his only takedowns in the UFC. Those 2 fights. And he has a lot of UFC fights. Like a lot. He's not a takedown guy. He's not going to use his wrestling. I'd be shocked. On a 4-day short notice, he's not going to use wrestling. It's only going to gas him. I mean, hey, if you want to do the dog, I know you're a plus money guy. I'm just trying to throw some stuff at you to sway you that Ponzi's going to win this fight.
You know what? do you do DraftKings lineups for UFC?
I dabble. I've done it before.
You have to dogs. You can't put all favorites on there. You
can't. Money. No, you have to do at least like 2 or 3.
This is one of those. I would probably put.
I think there's better dogs
Alex
to do.
Alex going to be one of those guys. One of those dogs. You have to choose.
Do you know a dog that I would rather put in my DraftKings lineup than Morono? It would be Jay Perrin. I'd rather put him in my lineup than Alex Morono. I think he has actually a better chance of winning.
Maybe you might be right. I'm just going with the Great White. I'm just going with it. I'm fading.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. I'm just t-shirt bet. We're good.
All right, let's move to the co-main event.
Yeah.
Patty the Batty. Patty. This is a shirt I won from Dave, by the way.
I like that shirt. That's solid.
It's a decent shirt, but I kind of want to go. I kind of want to go with Jared Gordon.
Oh my God!
No, Patty should win. Patty Pimblett should win by all means, but I think he's just a little bit overrated. I think he's a little bit overhyped because if you look at his competition, Luigi Vendramini is probably the best dude he's beat, right? If you look at that, the best.
I mean, it's up there, yeah.
He has never fought a top 15 guy ever, right? Never.
No, not in the lightweight division. The lightweight division.
Jared Gordon
killers.
Is not. Jared Gordon's a middler. He's like middle of the weight class. You know, he's
34 years old.
But Jared Gordon still got some skills. He's been working with Bilal Muhammad. What? He's a Chicago guy, you know.
I know.
Did you just mouth Bilal Muhammad?
I did.
Okay, good.
As you said it, I was just doing the same thing. Like Bilal Muhammad.
Awesome. Good. Yeah, and that gets me to thinking at over 2-to-1 odds, Jared Gordon. Tapology, my pick is Patty Pimblett, but I think I'm going to throw a stab at Jared Gordon for I'll throw like $10 on that to make 20.
Well, I'll give you a tip. If you want to do a Jared Gordon bet, do it by decision. He's not going to win by a knockout or a submission. There's no way.
Right. Welsh, they don't get knocked out. Remember, Patty Pimblett said that. We don't get knocked out.
Yeah. Scousers don't get knocked out.
No, but he has been beat 3 times. Just saying.
Yeah, but I think a couple times he was super young, though.
Yeah, let's see. I got it right here.
I think it was like 18, 19.
The most recent one was 2019. Oh, that was grappling. Never mind. Soren back in 2018. Soren back. That was Cage Warriors.
So 23. He was
but
23.
That dude, Soren back though. He
was 11-1.
Now he's 16-1. This guy 16-1. He's in a
solid loss.
That is a good loss.
Okay,
wow, how come I never heard of this guy?
Was he still in the Cage Warriors?
That loss was during Cage Warriors. Now this guy's Soren back. His last fight was in May of 2022. He's in Bellator. He's a Bellator guy. That's where I have heard of him.
Oh, okay. Right. I did see that fight against him. Or I did see a fight of his in Bellator. That's why the name was sounding familiar too.
Right. And he's streaking right now. He hasn't lost.
I think his last fight, though, that Soren Beck guy, I think he should have lost a split decision. If I remember correctly,
was the last fight.
I think
I put him in a parlay. How's Bellator going tonight, guys?
I do not know. I'm not watching it.
I know. I got to catch up with the chat.
You're fine, but I'll go ahead and talk a little bit here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So everybody, guys, I know everybody wants to fade Patty, and the time is coming. Trust me, because I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting. I'm on the dial. I'm ready to push that button to do it. But this is not the fight yet. Trust me. Like, Gordon's solid. He's very good. He's good everywhere. He's got decent striking. He's got decent wrestling. I don't think his grappling's great, but it's okay, if you want to say. But that's about it. Like, when he loses by finish. When he wins by decision. That's the kind of fighter he is. Now, Patty, he's got a lot of holes in his game. We all know that, but he's got very, very, very good grappling. And I think that's Gordon's weakness is his grappling. If this fight gets to the mat, whether Patty gets taken down by Gordon or Patty gets a takedown, this is where I think Patty's going to shine. And even on the feet, I think Patty has the knockout power. I think he's got more power than Gordon. Maybe not. He's not as technical, I don't think. But Patty's got he's got a pretty decent chin. He showed a pretty decent chin. He got cracked a few times. And Gordon's been knocked out a lot of times as well. Like, I think 3 or 4 times out of his 5 losses, he's been knocked out. So I think if this fight goes to decision, and this is a conspiracy that I'm going to say, Gordon better win clearly, because if it goes to split, Patty's going to win. Let's be honest.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? So
he's a fan favorite. Nobody wants to see. The judges are not going to go against him.
Exactly. There's going to be one judge that's going to have a pre-written scorecard for Patty if it goes to decision. So Gordon's going to need to convince the other 2 judges to win this 29-28 at the very least. Conspiracy theorist right here. I'm saying it right now. But I think Patty should get this done. We've seen Gordon get controlled by Joe Selecki, who's a very good grappler. I think Patty is on that level as well. He can control the back just like Joe Selecki did. And I think Joe Selecki probably won that fight, even though he lost by split decision. But yeah, give me Patty here. I think he wins this fight. Now, wait till the next fight, though. We'll see who he's matched up against, because he can't hide forever. The lightweight division,
a top 15 guy.
Yes, or not even. Maybe like a top 25 guy. Because people, if you go look at all the what do you call it? Maybe the lineup or whatever you want to say of lightweights, even not ranked, there's some killers that aren't even ranked yet. Like, they're really good. They're just waiting to get in the top 15. That's how good the lightweight division is. He has to fight one of them in the next fight, and that's the fight to do it. Or maybe if whatever happens in some whatever reason, maybe the UFC tries to give him one more easy layup, like a short notice guy or something. But man, he can't survive for too long with the holes that he has. But I just don't think this is the time to bet against Patty. I mean, You could have got Petty at like, early on at like minus 175 range. I saw it. I got him at minus 200, but I mean, it's at minus 250. I still think that's a good parlay piece. I still think he wins. I just don't. The only way Gordon's going to win, if you think Gordon really is going to win, please just play him by decision, because that's the only way
look
he's going to
about
win this
better.
fight.
Just like O'Malley versus Jan. If it goes decision, it's going to be robbery. But or he might really win it.
Yeah.
Who what weight is that Jack Della Maddalena? What weight is
He's a welterweight.
Oh, is he? He's a big
welterweight.
boy,
Yeah.
Bigger.
There's a few, like, I looked at it on the last stream that I did, like some of the rankings that who aren't ranked in the lightweight division. There's Bobby Green, there's Drew Dober, there's Joel Alvarez. I'm trying to think of a couple other guys.
He's from
like
Spain,
there's a lot
right?
of
Joel Alvarez.
Yeah, like those guys could beat Patty, I think. Even Bobby Green. I think Bobby Green could beat Patty.
That'd be a good matchup.
It would be, and maybe that's the next matchup. But I think Bobby Green and Drew Dober are fighting.
Oh, really? That'd be awesome.
I think
that's
think
awesome.
they're fighting at some point, if I remember correctly. Let me look this up again, because I looked it up in the last stream that I was in. And I was trying to figure out the next opponent for Patty if he wins that's not ranked, because the UFC doesn't want to give him anybody too good right away, because if they do, he's going to lose.
He's selling a lot of tickets. Patty sells a lot of tickets.
Yeah.
Those free ones that Dev got, they were because of Patty Pimblett. I'm just saying. Good for Dev. I'm so jealous, though.
I know, right? If it would come up. It's not coming up.
I'm starting to get a little tipsy, buddy.
There you go.
It's
not coming up. The stupid website that I saw.
All right, we're both taking Patty anyway.
I mean, okay, so another guy that's not ranked. Oh wait, he's ranked. Maybe is he ranked?
I did take a fly.
Moicano?
I took a scratch off ticket on Jared Gordon because he's plus over 200.
Yeah,
So
but like I said, I
lie.
would just do the decision. You can probably get him at plus 400, because I think that's the only way he wins this fight.
I don't know.
Do you think he's gonna be able to knock out Patty?
Right.
He's not gonna submit Patty. There's no way.
He does.
I don't think Gordon's knocked
right.
out anybody in a long time, or finished anybody in a long time.
You're right. It's all been mostly decisions.
He has one knockout in the UFC out of his 11.
That Leonardo Santos, that dude gasses out after 2 minutes.
Yep.
Joe Selecki should have won that fight. That was kind of robbery.
I think Joe Selecki won, personally.
Danny Chavez, decision.
All decisions. So he lost to Grant Dawson by rear naked choke. Oliveira beat him, obviously.
And you know what? Patty's good with the rear naked choke. He grabs that shit quick.
That's what I'm saying. And Joe Selecki controlled him for a full round.
I was just trying to look at it as from a devil's advocate.
I get it, but a lot of people are on Gordon, but I'm just trying to tell everybody, like, this. I get it. I'm waiting as well. I want to fade Patty so bad, because there's holes in his game that someone is going to expose.
Yeah,
this isn't the fighter that's going to be able to do it.
Jared Gordon's not going to do it.
No, he can win, but he's not going to expose the holes in Patty's game unless he fights like an idiot.
All right, main event. Let's do this.
Right on.
Magomed Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz, Polish Power. Ankalaev is a heavy favorite, I would say, minus 250, right?
Or
right
more.
now?
It's over 300 now.
Is it?
Yep.
I believe
I got him at minus 240.
But I think Ankalaev is great. What's his one loss? He didn't lose like the last.
Paul Craig.
Yes.
1 second left in the third round.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Submission. He
But
tapped. He didn't have to tap. He didn't even have to tap. He just tapped at the wrong time.
Right.
It was so bad.
He has those wins over Jan Kutalaba, that dude. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't quit. I was I
And
was
they
just
got knocked out for
playing.
sure.
Yeah, yeah. Then the next fight, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take care of that." But you got to think, didn't Jan beat Israel Adesanya
He
in
did.
a yeah
What is
in a
he? He's a bigger guy.
I know,
I,
but still, he that going against a dude
uh,
with the
uh,
better striking, and he
true.
beat him at that game.
That has
By the
no
way,
wrestling.
once again, I'm picking Ankalaev to win, but I'm
Mhm.
trying to look at it from the underdog point of view.
Yeah.
Polish power, Bogovic, he's not like a cakewalk.
No.
He, he's gonna make this a closer fight than the odds suggest. I think Ankalaev should be like, I don't know, maybe like 170, 180 around there. I don't think he should be minus 255 because Jan Blachowicz is good.
Yeah.
Dude's good.
He's solid. Very solid.
Yeah, he's a contender. You know what I mean? He
Mhm.
could,
He was a champion.
and this is for the vacant light heavyweight championship
Again,
right
yeah.
now. So
Yep.
obviously, man, what are you thinking, Johnny? What are you thinking?
I think on the feet, it's going to be close. But this is where you're paying the extra money on the money line here is because Ankalaev has the wrestling to back it up. Jan doesn't. Jan doesn't have a good takedown defense either. He does. I mean, he can, get in full guard and, survive, but he's not going to like try to go for arm bars or arm triangles and stuff like that. He's not a submission guy. He'll survive on the mat, but he can get taken down very easily and be controlled down there. He doesn't really work himself back up. And that's the problem with me even wanting to pick Jan. He's going to be okay on the feet. Like I said, it's going to be close. He's got power, got great leg kicks,
He's
and
got
he's got
submissions though. He rear
yeah,
naked
but it's
choked
not
Devin
like not
Clark,
off his back though.
arm triangle Nikita Krylov, um,
How long ago was that?
2018. It was a little bit ago, but still, it happened.
He's 39 years old now.
I know, but you can get away with that at light
I mean,
heavyweight.
okay. So I mean, I didn't.
How
Maybe I
old
forgot.
is Ankalaev? How old is
Like
he?
30. He's not super old, but he's not like a young pup.
And
He's 30 years old. And that's another thing that I was gonna say. You're also paying the Russian tax as well. If you're gonna bet a Russian, you're gonna have to pay the Russian tax to bet on the money line for them. I don't care who they are. You're paying a Russian tax, at least like an extra 50 to 100 extra. So if you can get, like you said, he should be like a minus 180 favorite, but add 50 on that. That's where the line started. That's where I got him at because you're paying the Russian
Read
tax.
this quote that I posted up there from Simple Man. The way you beat Ankalaev is to get him against the cage and make it ugly. I think Ankalaev will fold. Jan, I think Jan can do that. He grinds fights.
But
You know what I mean?
I've never seen, maybe not never, that's a strong word. Recently, I have not seen Jan be the super aggressor of like that. Even in the Rocky fight, he
in his
wasn't the
last
aggressor.
5, the only loss was the Glover Teixeira caught him with a submission. So
Yeah.
let's pull up his Tapology right here. He beat Dominic Reyes, who's overrated, Corey Anderson, Ronaldo Souza, Israel Adesanya, Alexander Rakic, but they were all like, Rakic was a leg injury, and the rest were. No, he's been knocking people out. I don't think he's going to knock out Magomed Ankalaev.
No, I don't see. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I don't think there's going to be a knockout or a submission. I think this fight will go to decision. I like the overs.
Weigh-ins? They both
look good. Yeah, they both look good. They're about the same size too. They're not. I mean, maybe a touch. Ankalaev's a touch bigger, but like it's nothing to like, throw your money down because he's way bigger. But I'm just gonna go with the younger fighter. I think he has more options to win this fight. Use his wrestling. I don't think he's gonna be able to submit him or anything, but he can take him down and control him. Use some ground and pound, wear him down a bit. We've seen Jan slow down a little bit, even in the Israel Adesanya fight. Like in the 4th and 5th rounds, like Jan was like huffing and puffing.
after the fight, Israel Adesanya said something like, "You got good body jujitsu," and Jan misheard him and said, "He's like, oh, you need a bodyguard? How much do you pay?"
Yeah.
This is before the decision was called. Dude, you knew about that? That's hilarious, right? Oh, you need bodyguard? How
pretty
much do you
funny.
pay? He's like, no, I'm saying you got good, whatever it was, like a good body lock. I think you got good body lock or some shit. He
Yeah.
was complimenting him. He already knew he lost before the even decision came up.
Mhm.
Adesanya. Man, what's gonna happen now with that shit with the Alex Pereira? I mean, what's gonna
Pereira's a
happen there?
I hope Whitaker wins his next fight. I think he's supposed to fight. What was it? Paul Costa?
How does Alex Pereira even make that weight? He's so much
He's a
bigger than
monster,
everybody
dude.
else in that weight class.
He's a monster.
How does he even? It seems like it's impossible to step on the scale and make it, but he does, and he's so much bigger than everybody else in that division.
Izzy was like he always towered over everybody, but like
Right,
Pereira
he had
was
he had
legitimately bigger, wider, and taller. I don't care
yeah,
what the stats say.
you know who's gonna
could
beat him? I'm telling you, who's gonna beat him? A
Robert
fucking
Whitaker.
wrestler. A wrestler is
Whitaker.
gonna beat. He cannot wrestle, the dude.
I think Whitaker
But
will beat
neither
him.
Adesanya. Adesanya's already lost before to him. That's why he had that in his head before going in. Let me catch up with the chat. I lost money on that. I picked Izzy. I was like, he's gonna win decision here. It's gonna, man. And last week with the Kevin Holland.
I mean, I think if Ankalaev gets kicked a lot, he's gonna go for his wrestling quicker than he wants to.
What's that? What did you say?
I think if Jan goes for his leg kicks, he does have really good leg kicks, really strong leg kicks. Ankalaev will go for his wrestling quicker than he wants to. And I think he'll be able to get Jan down.
18-1. Who did he lose to? 18-1. Who's that one
Paul
loss
Craig.
to? Oh, that was that Paul Craig last second submission, right?
Yep.
That was a fluke, though. That was fluky.
He shouldn't have tapped.
No,
he didn't have to.
I'm confident. I'm pretty confident he's going to win. I guess the line is
I'm confident. I mean, not now. It's like it's over 300, but at minus 240 or 250, where I got him.
Sabatello just took down Stotts. I picked Sabatello.
Oh yeah,
I didn't bet him though.
He's got cardio for days. Like he's
going
to take you down. No, he was an underdog.
He was
like
the underdog,
plus 150
right?
range.
I should have put a bet on him.
I was going to, but I didn't, and that's okay. I got World Cup bets to do after this. And
what online site do you use?
I use DraftKings mainly.
Oh, right. That's right. You said that. They do promotions too, right? They do they do
a lot of like profit boosts. Yeah, and I like that because they okay, you have to do like a same game parlay boost to get this much. If you do a 3-leg parlay or this or that, I'm like, and that's what I usually do. It's like it's right up my alley.
Right. Okay.
All right. So who do we got? What are we consensus about?
This is our thing now. I know this is the first show you've been on with me. We have to come up with a 3-leg parlay that's not chalky. That's not like
a minus 400 and
or more. We can't put
a Bellator parlay, not a Bellator.
Can't put them on the parlay.
Okay.
And thankfully, this card, there's no girls on this card.
I know. I noticed that too. I was like, okay,
that's weird. No girls.
It might be a good paper.
Crazy. Okay, so we got to look at consensus picks and that are under minus 200. So already I like I want to put in Rosenstruck over Dawkins. He's minus 172. That's a decent one, right?
I'm in. I think he wins that. I would even do the knockout if you want to.
If we want to make this a real value one, we take that Chris Curtis over Buckley, but I don't know. I don't know yet.
I was gonna mention it because I think
we're
that's where
toss out the curtain jerker. We're tossing that shit out because I don't know those dudes.
No, I wouldn't do that one. No.
That one out. We're different on Eric Silva, TJ Brown, so that one's no go. We both think Billy Q. He's minus 160. I've written down.
I'm okay with that. I have him in one of my bets, so I'm okay with that.
Shabazian's too much chalk. No,
Yeah,
nothing
I
there.
don't trust him at the money line. He can make a stupid mistake.
Teenagers, too much chalk. He's minus 230.
I'm a little worried about him.
All right. Man.
So Billy Q, Rosenstruck, and Curtis. Let's go.
Curtis, all right. Let's do it. That's gonna be a good.
What's it at?
I'm gonna put it in right now. Let me see. I'm gonna put it Caesar's Sportsbook. Only because my bet online is a little bit dwindled down. Caesar Sportsbook right now is my biggest bankroll, so I'm using that money. All right.
Billy Q, Curtis.
This is good. He's plus money too.
Plus money. Plus 511. That's what I got.
Who's the last one? Rosenstruck.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. Plus 512. 3-leg parlay.
Yep. I like it.
Sweet. Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a unit. I'll put a unit on it.
My units are $20. What are you, 100? Are you 100?
No. No, it's like
30. Cody's
it's like
100 unit.
Yeah, he does it. Yeah, no,
BC Dave's a 100 unit guy too.
Yeah,
I'm a 20 unit guy.
No, when I first started my channel, I'll admit I was like $20. Now I'm like I'm trying to move up to 50, and I'm gonna try to do like 40 at the beginning of the year. So I'm like 30 right now for my units. I'm just like slowly moving up in my units. I don't bet a lot of units, so like I'm between like 1 and 2 units. I don't do like a 5 unit. I don't do like 0.1 units or like on props. Like I just do normal like 1 to 2 units. That's it. That's all I got. Depending on how confident I am. But there's no shame in it. Whatever. I don't care if people bet $5. Like we're just betting. Like money is money. Bet what you can afford. Like unless you're like if it's your living.
I load up all my online casino shit with Bitcoin, so it's not even like it's not even real money. It's digital currency. It's for real. My brain works like that. I mean,
yeah, got it.
Bitcoin went up like $2,000 this week. Went from 1,500 a coin to now it's like 17 or 15,000 to now it's 17,000 right now. Bitcoin.
There you go. I know it went way down after everything, but
all right. Let me put it in on Bet Online.
Yeah, Simple Man said it best. Bet what doesn't make you sick if you lose. I mean, you could be sick that your fighter lost because they acted like, a stupid person because of their fight IQ, but don't be sick about losing, X amount of money because you bet because, you have mortgage to pay or something. Don't do that, guys. I mean, that's when you might have a problem, but
Did you pick Dricus Duplessis or did you take Darren?
I picked Dricus, yes.
He's minus 170. Just saying.
I got him at minus 140, and I had him in a parlay, but that one parlay leg got voided out, so it's just him. But I put 1.5 units on him, so it's a little over a unit if I win, so I kept that one. I'm weirdly confident in Dricus winning this one. Like, I just don't see how Till wins. I'm weirdly confident in Silva winning, Eric Silva. I don't see Brown.
I don't think TJ. Don't fade him.
I have some weirdly. I'm fading TJ Brown, but I do think Silva's good. I'm not just fading Brown. I do think Silva can win. I don't have a bet on that fight though.
Arkansas wrestling.
I don't have a bet on that fight.
You hate
Arkansas
wrestling
and Mitchell. I just hate Arkansas in general. Not just wrestling.
Arkansas, that's the new Thug Nasty hit. He's got a video for it too. I didn't see it, but Darkansas, Thug Nasty got the video. That's where Dev was like good at that.
Yep.
I love it.
Crazy. Yeah, we got our little
I'm gonna have to
parlay.
reboot the bet online, but anyway, here's. Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna post it on the
There you
chat.
go.
So
Post
right
that up.
now,
Yeah, it should be
I
around
cleaned it up
500
though.
plus 500
I
range. If
copied
anybody wants to jump in on that parlay as well, I think it's a solid parlay.
512, 512, plus 512. I'm gonna
I mean,
put it up there
Rosenstruck
and
should
clean it up.
win. Billy Q should win. Curtis will be close, but I think will win.
Yeah, that's the.
You need
He's the only.
you
plus
need the
money on
value.
that.
You need that value leg, and that's that value leg.
I'm a little tipsy from the Heinekens.
A German beer will get you. You get that
German?
American beer, you're good to go. I think it is.
It's not German. It's Dutch. Amsterdam.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was
Yeah,
German.
come on.
Oh,
No,
whatever.
Dutch.
It's close.
Holland.
They're all close over there.
Mm.
It's like saying it's like, you know, South Carolina instead of North Carolina. It's the same stuff.
All right, here we go. What was it? It was plus 511 on yours.
Yeah, mine.
Plus
You got 512. You got a little bit more than me.
a
How
little bit
dare
more.
you?
Do you have children?
No,
No.
I am kid free as of now.
Good for you. Good for you.
or at least as I know of. Let's put it that way.
Okay. There on the chat, and there it is on the thing.
Yep.
3-leg
Yeah,
parlay.
I think
Chris Curtis, Rosenstruck, Billy Q. That's our
Yep.
parlay of the week. Cash it in.
There it
Lock
is.
it in, as Deb would say. Johnny from Texas, Missouri.
I'm from Indiana.
Johnny's. Are you? I thought you were Chicago.
Well, I am like 45 minutes away from Chicago. I'm like that far northwest Indiana. Like I'm like right over the like close to the border of Illinois and Chicago. So it only takes me like an hour depending on where I'm going to Chicago to get there. So 45 minutes to an hour and a half depending on.
And I got ripped off on a shitty weed deal. One time I went and there was
On a shitty weed deal.
Listen. I was in Chicago for work. I had to go there was like a convention or something I went to. I used to be I used to do clinical research. I did a Chantix study. And anyway, I went to Chicago and it was for the Chantix study. I went there and went to the convention and ended like at 2 p.m. I went for a walk. And this dude, he was crippled too. He was like on crutches, and he's like, yo man, you want some of that blueberry Kush? I'm like, I don't got no weed and anything. I didn't bring nothing on the airplane with me, so I'm like, sure, I'll take some of that. He's like, you got a White Owl, you know, because he was gonna put it in. I'm like, no, I don't got nothing. But I'll buy some from you. So all right, and he brought me to this place, and it was in a lobby of like a high-rise apartment building and shit. It's like the guy's real sketchy. He don't want to meet new people. So I'll be right back down. Last time I saw the guy, and I gave him like $80 to go get me some weed, and he never came back. And that's my experience in Chicago. You know, I did, but
Rand, you should have been like, listen, go get it, come down, I'll give you the money.
I went to the
We're
MMA
good.
Parlay King.
Oh yeah, he's from Chicago too. Yeah,
He is from Chicago for real.
Yeah,
That guy.
Yeah. I remember I watched a couple of his videos. Like when I first before I even had a YouTube, I watched a couple of his videos. I remember, and he said he was from Chicago. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And I'm listening, and I'm like,
you know, Chantix. When I did that study, the biggest side effect was vivid nightmares. Like for real. I did the study. I had like the most study volunteers in the nation, because you know what I did? I put it in a free newspaper called the Metro in Philadelphia, and I was taking homeless people. I was signing them up for the fucking Chantix quit smoking study. They were getting paid $25 a week, twice a week. Every other, like Tuesday and Thursday, come and get their CO2 tested and for smoking cessation. Some of them were on placebo, and I was figuring out it was blind placebo. You don't know who's on the fake shit.
yeah.
But I was figuring it out because a lot of these guys were coming in like, oh, I've been having these really crazy nightmares that seemed so real, like vivid dreams. So this was before it was out on the market, Chantix. This was
Yeah, I
a
remember like the
study.
commercials for it.
And it for real, it was giving people like vivid nightmares. They thought it was real life and shit, it wasn't dreams, it was nightmares. Like that, yeah, that was one of the adverse respects. Look, my buddy had bad experiences. Yeah, for real.
Dang.
For real. That was an old job of mine when I was in Philadelphia doing jujitsu.
Huh.
But anyway,
Did
okay,
Cody ditch us?
so
Did Cody ditch us?
yeah, for real, he did.
I'll give him crap tomorrow. Well, we can give him crap. You're going to be on our
But
show tomorrow.
I will join you. What is on your channel or his tomorrow?
It's going to be on Blood Money's, Cody's.
Okay.
We're going to do it like 2
Tomorrow,
hours before the fights. I don't even know when the fights
2
start.
hours before the event.
When does anybody know
JohnnyK
exactly what time does the fight
5:30.
start? Is it exact? Because like there's been fights that's been canceled. I don't know if they moved it back or whatever. But 2 hours before the fights.
5:30 Eastern time.
So yeah, if anybody wants to jump in, we're gonna talk fights tomorrow, 2 hours before the event tomorrow. So we're gonna go over everything, all of our bets. Me, Ranj,
Who else is going to be
Cody.
on there? Is Effie?
I'm not sure. I think it might be just us three just talking stuff. We're
fine.
trying to get one more guy, but we're okay with 3. It's fine. We're gonna have fun no matter what.
You know that Artem from Australia, New Zealand. He hates when I say Australia. You know, New Zealand people don't like when you call them Australian.
Well, yeah, it's totally. They're like neighbor, like what do you call it? Like it's like a sibling rivalry, or what you want to say,
right? That's weird. That's kind of weird. You know,
they're kind of close.
Like there's a sunken continent, right? Or New Zealand is the above water New Zealand. There's like a whole like another continent underwater right there.
Oh, really? I didn't know
that's
that.
Not conspiracy theory either. That's legit.
That's no Bryce Mitchell conspiracy flat Earth theory.
No, this is like a legit thing. There's a off the coast of New Zealand, west of New Zealand. No, it'd be east of New Zealand. There's like a continent that's underwater there. There's a huge chunk of land. It's not Atlantis though. Atlantis is down by the Bahamas.
Yeah,
for real. They found like the something trail. There's a trail that is underwater that was made by man, and for real, I get into that shit. I like that. I'm not a flat
like
earth.
The ancient aliens stuff, sort of in a way.
Sort of, kinda. I don't know about. I think that the giants. You know, giants. They were for real. Giants. Giant.
We're not talking about like Game of Thrones or anything, right?
No, I'm talking about real life.
I'm joking too. I'm joking.
Nephilim.
How long ago though?
Oh, way before, like
before dinosaurs.
I don't know about that, but no.
Well, after I should say, sorry.
After dinosaurs, but before the Egyptians.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, that's great. I'd never heard that either, man. You're opening up a new world right now for me.
For real? You don't know about that shit?
Not about the giants. I mean, I heard about Atlantis. I didn't know about New Zealand being underwater continent.
Underneath.
That's crazy.
Like attaching. That's the only part that's above water is New Zealand.
Yeah. It's like that's crazy.
Oh, look at Simple Man. He knows about, there was species of man before Homo sapien. You know that. There was giant and little people. Little people, right. Did you ever hear pygmies? You know pygmies? You know what a pygmy is, JohnnyK?
No.
You know a pygmy? A pygmy is like a race of people that are the tallest one is like 4 foot tall. For real.
They're not. They're like halflings. That's a D&D reference there.
How
halflings?
38 and you never heard of a pygmy? They were real life.
No.
They're extinct now, but there was some during your lifetime. There's pygmies. There's probably
like little Frodo, little Frodo Baggins people.
Yeah, for real. Pygmies. They're African. They're black guys that are like 4 foot tall, and they're like dwarves, but for real, pygmies.
Interesting. Maybe you know what? It does sound a little familiar.
Look, the Flores Island people are half the size. They're like 2 foot tall.
2 feet? They're 2 feet tall.
He said half the size of pygmies, and I know pygmies max out at like 4 foot.
That's crazy.
It
Are
is
they
crazy,
babies?
right?
Are they like little hasbulas?
No, they're just like little people.
Like little hasbulas.
Yeah, like yes, yes. He was supposed to fight that other little guy. Remember? Did you ever see that? There's another
yeah.
another little.
They were like
guy,
standing off and doing like little like. Oh my god! I would listen. I don't mean this in a bad way when I say this. I would watch that fight. Like I would be very entertained and be ready to go. I want to see that fight.
You got to take Hasbulla. He's got that.
Oh,
got
I will. I love that little guy. I love him. Like he's hilarious. I follow him on Twitter. I follow him on Instagram. He is having the time of his life, and I'm jealous. I want to do what he does.
He's got that Dagestani background for real.
Dude, there was okay. What day was it? It was like just recently. There was one day I was like on Instagram just scrolling through, and then like the notifications come up like this person's going live. Hasbulla is live. I'm like, okay, I'd never seen this before. I click on him. You know what he's doing? He's eating dinner with his cat. Just eating, not saying anything. Has the phone out. Eating? Like some kind of, I don't want to say it was spaghetti. No. But like he made some coffee. He showed himself making coffee. Like he just woke up or something, just eating some meal. I don't even know what it was. It was some kind of like dish. I don't know what it was. And he had his cat and he was petting his cat and he's like reading and laughing to himself, like just reading. And he wasn't saying anything, just laughing, eating. And I'm like, this guy's just living life. Isn't that great? Having like 20, 30, 40,000 people just watch him do that. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I think
media sensation.
But he's hilarious, dude. He does a lot of funny stuff. Like, if you ever see him with like a 9mm gun, it looks like a freaking bazooka. Like he's just like holding it like it's like a bazooka. It's hilarious, dude. He just drives. He drives like Mercedes. Like he's not controlling the pedals, but like he's controlling
driving blocks.
Yeah, like someone's someone like he's in someone's lap, and he's like just driving like 70 or 80 miles an hour on the Autobahn, if you want, wherever they're at. Like this, he's flying, and he's standing up in like certain cars, like with the the top down or like in convertibles or whatever, and just doing stuff. Like he is living life, dude. You have to watch some of his stuff, dude. It's great. It's hilarious. I'm jealous. I'll admit it.
Yeah, he's a media sensation, just like Patty Pimblett now. Patty Pimblett, Dana White said he's the best podcaster he's ever been on in an interview.
Yeah, because
Patty was like, "Why are these guys bitching about how much they make? Because
you never paid
where you never paid you." That's what
I'll tell you this: if I had a choice between like meeting Hasbulla or Patty, I would pick Hasbulla all day.
Really?
Yeah. Why would you want to meet Patty? What's he?
Because he can speak English. Hasbulla's English is not.
I don't care. I don't care. You can probably meet Patty at any point. Any point. I am more in like I want to know more about Hasbulla. I don't want to know more about Patty. Man, he's a normal person. Hasbulla is like he's got stories. He's got stories.
Yeah.
Patty's story is like I was walking my dog and I pooped in someone's yard and I went to the Ring doorbell and said I'm sorry. Ooh.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
I mean, that was funny, but I'm like,
Right. What's Hasbulla?
Hasbulla's shooting AK-47s.
Yeah.
He's riding dolphins. He's going to Argentina and hanging out there. Like this dude he has stories.
If you could meet anyone affiliated with UFC, it would be your pick would be
Hasbulla. I just said Patty.
Who would you like to meet?
I would say Charles Oliveira. That's my favorite fighter, and I think he does a lot of cool ass shit too. If you go on his Instagram, he's like walking lions. He's got like a whole bunch of other stuff going on, dude. Like this guy does awesome stuff too.
I bet against him because of that.
I bet on him. I would still bet on him again.
I bet against him because he was walking wings. Huh. never
Yeah,
even
but
thought about it
he'd
like
be
that.
my number one
You
guy
probably
I
wanna
would
meet.
want to see. What about
Huh.
you? Who's your favorite
That would
fighter?
probably Piotr Jan, but
Okay.
but like off the top of my head, that real quick, Piotr Jan. But that might change now. I haven't really thought about it in a while, but he
It'll
was
never
for
change. It should never change.
yeah. I guess
Oliveira is
not.
still my favorite fighter, even though he lost badly.
But if I could meet any fighter, it'd probably be like um Miranda Granger. I think I got a shot. Yeah, get a couple beers in her and a couple of shots. And who knows?
Sorry,
who knows
Miranda,
what
if you're
they might-
watching this.
It's
Oh my
I'm just
God.
joking. It's just
I know.
jokes, but-
I know.
but-
It's funny though.
I mean, she's on lower end of the scale. She's not that, she's probably desperate for some attention and shit.
Speaking of like women's MMA fighters, like I would want to meet like and hang out with like Valentina Shevchenko. She does a lot of cool ass stuff on her Instagram too. She's
Antonina.
awesome.
Antonina's a pilot.
Well, I mean, I think they're a package deal. You would hang
they're
out with both.
They're both KGB anyway.
Yeah.
They both, Valentina for sure. Her name's the Bullet. Come on.
I mean, if any woman's shooting guns, I'm in. Count me in.
You know who the hoe is? The one that
Hope a show.
she used to mess around with. Mess around with Glory MMA like James Krause.
Are you?
But she was dating
Megan Anderson.
No, not Megan Anderson. The one she's not that good. She's got the like green hair. I think she had her last. She's been on like a 2 or 3 fight losing streak, and she's Glory MMA for sure. She was dating that a dude that isn't even part of Glory, but she was on Instagram with James Krause and Derek Minner on a boat. What the hell's her name? I can picture her. I just can't think of her name off the top of my head.
Yeah, Simple Man said Laura Senko. Laura Senko was linked to James Krause by Megan Anderson.
Definitely not. No, Megan Anderson. She's Australian. I think she's from Australia, right?
I think so.
This is like
I don't know.
Kind of like gothy type.
It's not Gina.
Goth girl. Yes, Gina Mazzani. Gina Mazzani.
Okay,
that's the one. That if you want a good time, pick her to pick. Like if you want to meet a UFC fighter, pick her. That's a good time. Promise.
Yeah.
Who's the one? No, who's the one that they caught doing cocaine from? She's from a different country. What's her name? And she got beat by the Ukrainian girl.
Oh, Agapova.
Yes, that is the girl you want to hang. That's Maria.
She would probably have like good party scene for sure.
Maria Agapova.
Yeah.
If I can meet anybody, I would want to meet Maria Agapova. That's the one.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
That's her. She's guaranteed fun times. Guaranteed good time that night. Funny. All right. Well, it's getting late. It's 11:30 Eastern time. Oh, it's been a real good time, Johnny.
That's the parlay of the week.
That is the parlay right there. We got some plus money on that, and I'm pretty confident with that stuff.
I like it. I mean, Curtis will be close, but I think he wins it.
I agree.
It's hard to like.
So as well.
Out of all the underdogs, like I really think you can back Curtis the most on the card, and actually say he's gonna win. Like every other underdog, you're like, He could win this way, but that's
That's
it.
the only underdog we have, bro.
Yeah,
I
I don't
got
like a
TJ
lot of
Brown,
underdogs.
that's even money, but nobody. Oh, I got Alex
Yeah.
Morono too, but
Yeah,
I'm not
but
confident with that.
you know, there's gonna be like at least 1 or 2 more other underdogs that are gonna win. So, but we just don't know until we see it. I just MMA math in my mind. Curtis is the only guy that I think can win as an underdog on this card.
All right. So who is your? Oh, you said Charles Oliveira. That if you could meet anyone affiliated with the UFC, you would
Yeah,
hang out. It's like hang out on a Friday night with Charles
yeah,
Oliveira.
yeah. I would
Yeah.
go to Brazil, hang out, whatever he's doing. I would do it. Like that's what I was thinking. Like
How about
wherever, whoever you.
the person's got to come to your town. You got to take them out.
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't want to do that. Then I want to go hang out with Charles Oliveira and do what he's doing. Like I don't want him to come do what I'm doing. Now, if I want to have like a good time, so now that's a
No,
different.
you got to
That's
show.
a
You got to
different
show them around
strategy.
Chicago. You got.
All right. I mean, I would still want to take Charles
Maria
Oliveira.
Agapova.
But
I'd have her right at the micro towel, right in.
you
right in
look at you in
Johnstown, New
your
York. I'd have
women's
her-
MMA.
I'd have Maria Agapova in the micro towel. I'll spring for the $160 room, whatever micro towel, and we go to Partners Pub. I get her buy her steak dinner and a couple
Boom.
picklebacks and some shots of Tullamore Dew. And I'd be like, "Come on, I know a guy. Come on, let's go to."
I know a guy
Micro
where we can
Maria
potentially get
Agapova.
weed and get ripped off.
That's in Chicago. That's your place. I never got ripped off at home.
Welcome to Chicago.
Chicago, you could use it. I know a guy too. His name's MMA Parlay King.
Uncle Weezy's from Chicago area.
Oh yeah, so how about DFS by the numbers?
I don't
Brady.
know exactly where he's based out of.
You know who else is from Chicago?
Who?
Bow Better.
Oh yeah,
And you know
yeah,
who-
he is.
You know who else is?
He's actually really.
Mbaye.
She's from
Mbaye's
Chicago.
She is from Chicago for real. She's from
Wow.
Chicago. You guys should have like a meetup. Maybe I'll
that.
go to Chicago. You know, I have
And then,
I have work associates in Chicago. I can go out and visit
Yeah.
them.
Patrick from Addicted to Combat. He lives in Wisconsin, so he's close. Broke Bets is from Wisconsin. I saw them in Chicago when we went to Bellator last month.
Oh, awesome! That's awesome.
Yep. So I saw them. Cody's from Kentucky. He's like 6 hours away. For me.
Right.
I'm trying to think if anybody else is close. I think that's all I know is kind of close.
I think I'm the only guy in New York, upstate New York. I mean, maybe there's probably somebody from the city, but from the cappers I know, I think I'm the only one East Coast. New York. Perfect Parlay Pursuit. Those boys.
Yeah.
They're from like Jersey and Maryland.
Okay.
They're East Coast. Oh, you know that guy Angelo from We Want Picks?
Yeah.
Not Jacob. Jacob's Indiana. Angelo, he's also
yeah.
East
Jacob
Coast.
is from Indiana. Isn't he like a Colts fan or something? Like a big Colts fan?
I
think
know.
I saw in one of his videos when I was watching. He's a Colts fan or something.
His underdog lock of the week is Jay Perrin, though.
I mean, it's not a bad one. I'll give him that. I think he could win. There's a
He's going
chance.
against a teenager, going against a high schooler, kid.
Yeah,
Class
that's
to come train. Go train.
That's the
thing.
thing.
I don't know. I think they graduate in Mexico at 16. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Listen,
Fight Club
we already
Manny.
went over
I'm just
this.
kidding.
Ranj, we went over this. Manny is Puerto Rican. He's not.
I know. I'm joking. Just joke.
I know.
Just joke.
I know. Manny, if you're watching, we love you.
I know.
Come out and hang
do
out
love
with
you,
us.
man. I miss you, but I wish you didn't ghost my Instagram messages. Anyway.
Like I said, try Twitter. He's been tweeting a lot.
Oh, really? Yeah, I suppose I should get on that. How's the World Cup bets going?
I won one today. It was Argentina and Netherlands both to score. It was plus 100. I threw about a unit down on it, and I won all my money back because I did 2 other small bets on Brazil, crazy bets, and they lost. Even though I needed Brazil to win.
That was an upset. Brazil.
If Brazil would have won,
the whole thing.
Yeah.
But now I still got England. I put a bet on England before the tournament,
That's not
so
bad.
that's a good
I
bet
I
too.
think France right now, if you want to do like a bet to win it all, France would be my pick right now, even though I picked Argentina before it all started. I think France is looking the best right now out of everybody. And I thought Brazil was until they lost today. So
Is
France
Germany
was the
still
next
in?
one.
Is
No,
Germany
Germany
in?
lost. They didn't even make it to this round of
Oh,
16.
really? Really?
Japan and Portugal, I believe,
From
got that
that group?
group. Yeah.
Right. Portugal, they have some stars, world renowned, right?
Yeah, Ronaldo. He's
Yeah,
still
that's right.
kicking. You can say Bernardo Silva. He's pretty decent. He's good. I think he's no, he's not. He might not be. He's in the EPL, I believe. I could be
Isn't
wrong
it?
though.
There's like an award for the like
The Golden Boot,
golden boot. Harry
and
Kane, he'll get that.
then there's another one for like the most assist or something like that. I'm not sure what that's called though. I mean, I'm trying to get in more soccer. I've been watching
Oh,
more
look,
like English Premier League and
MD
stuff.
Chirp said his lock was Till, not Perrin.
Oh,
Bout
okay.
Better lied to me then. Bout Better is the one that he's like, oh, Jacob's lock of the pick or lock of the week was Perrin.
Well, I
Okay.
don't agree with that pick, Jacob. I'm sorry. I'd rather you done Perrin than Till because I really think Drickus is going to win or Drickus, whatever. His name is.
Oh no, you're right. You're right. I'm drunk, man. I'm drunk. I've had too much. But anyway,
All right.
I gotta go. We've been on 3 hours. I really appreciate you coming on. I'm gonna post
Well, I
this
appreciate
one more
you
time.
having
There's
me
our
on.
3-leg parlay. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
Future
mean, I
events
knew one of
if
these days we were
Dave's
going to
not
do it, like,
on
but it just never
definitely.
worked out until today. But
Right,
tomorrow,
and I appreciate it. Thanks for coming on. I had a good time tonight, and tomorrow I will see you tomorrow, like 3 o'clock ish.
yep,
Just send me the link, and I'll
yep,
definitely come on. All right.
yep. Yeah, 2 hours
All
before
right,
the fights,
everybody.
guys.
Good night.
Blood Money MMA Bets YouTube channel. We will be doing this all over again,
Get on it
having a good
with
time.
Cody, Johnny, and me.
Yep.
All right.
Take care.
Later.
Good night.